There's trouble in paradise. Hey guys, it's your girl Gentry Hey, and Meg the Stallion alleges in a IG story that possibly Klay Thompson has cheated on her. This is what she had to say. You can go ahead and pause and read, but this is what she posted about 30 minutes ago. Cheating had me around your whole family, playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't even know if you can be monogamous. Bleep, I need a real break from this one. Bye, y'all. Whew, I don't know what happened, but I really hate this for them. I obviously, like many of us, thought they were gonna get married, make it down the aisle, but this is not looking good at all. She's probably not going to give us any more information, but from what we're seeing, it does look like he might have been cheating on her and the relationship is possibly over. It's kind of sad.
Hi, Napoleon.
LaFonda is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I'm 100% positive that she's my soulmate. Napoleon, I'm sure there's a babe out there for you too. Peace out.
Klay Thompson before Meg the Stallion. We didn't know Stefon Diggs before Cardi B. And while these guys have more money than these girls have social and global influence. Meg the Stallion made Klay a global star, whether he wants to admit or not. These men like to use these women for come-ups and for social status because, don't ever get it twisted, girls. Social currency is still a currency. If you are well known in your circle and you are well respected, a guy can use that for social come-up because being with you makes him look good.
Looking for brand ambassadors right now. Free show.
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. You saw that shit, man?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
The Stallion had posted online that her and Klay Thompson were donezo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a thing that so she posted that Klay Thompson had been leading her on. She says that he brought her around his whole family, playing house. Then he got cold feet. She says that she was holding him down through all of his horrible mood swings and his treatment towards her during basketball season. And now he doesn't know if he can be monogamous. She says, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. Right?
Damn.
Yeah. So that, of course, started to explode everywhere. And,
Yeah, because everybody thought that they were going to make it. That they were going to be, whatever make it means. But,
we thought that was Meg's.
Have a longer time. Yeah, Meg's person.
Yep.
She was showing her softer side. This nigga had her golfing. She was cooking for his family.
Yep.
All of that.
When that happened, I called Meg's team and I'm like, what's going on? They didn't even we didn't even have a conversation. They just sent me the statement right away. And Meg made a further statement basically confirming that she ended the relationship. She said that trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for her. And when those are compromised, there's no real path forward. So she's taking this time to prioritize herself and move forward.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting.
Call me and pick me. I don't give a fuck. And yes, I have a man. You bitches really coming up on this fucking internet crashing out in defense for Megan Thee Stallion? I'm still mad about Tory. Okay, free Tory. Because it's like, bitch, we know you a liar already. Why the fuck are you bitches believing her? Why are y'all believing her? Because it sounds good? Anything to make a man look bad? God damn. And also, you're a cheater. I remember as far back as to when she was with Party Fontaine and he broke up with her because she cheated on him. Then we have the Tory situation. You talking about you never slept with Tory, come to find out you did, bitch. Not only that, Tory was your best friend Kelsey's man. And you fucked him. So, I think she popped you in your foot and told you to dance, bitch. That's what the fuck happened. And now, you done got with Klay, a basketball player who we know they be outside. Like, what are we talking about? You know what type of man you got with? Because you know the type of bitch you are, Miss Real Hot Girl Shit. I'm running through your nigga house like a Tomb Raider. Bitch, you made songs about you cheating on men. And if you weren't cheating on men, you definitely were promoting it. And you got with a basketball player who we know to be living in infidelity a lot of the time because they're basketball players. They're everywhere.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Men's Table. I'm your host, Jeff St. James from Ask a Brother Podcast. I'm going to introduce these fellas one by one. For starters, we have Mr. Darren McPherson, aka Bruiser. What's going on, good brother? No, you on mute.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Fresh out of the gym. I ain't even take a shower yet.
Man, he just got to show off.
I ain't want to run late, bro. Hey, this is fantastic up there. No, he a hooper. Sometimes you gotta get on the microphone and then take a shower when you get off.
Hey, after, man, I feel you, definitely.
Okay. And we got Mr. Business Bully himself, the host of Damn, Dave Anderson. What's going on, good sir?
Man, if I had your hands, I'd cut mine off, pimping. Shout out to Darwin, always doing his thing, letting people know that he's out there, running with people half his age. And by running, I mean moving very slowly through life, trying to figure out why the game is leaving him behind. No, in all seriousness, man, I'm ready to have a great show. I see Mr. Fantastic's in the building. I'm always happy to kick it with my brothers. It's a good time. It's a good time. This is going to be a fun show. I hope the ladies show up.
Yeah, man. Then we got Mr. Mubin Obsidian Ali. What's going on, man?
Good morning. Oh, well, good evening. I should say good morning. Wow. Good evening, brothers. Great to be here. And I'm in the thick of a controversy as we speak about this issue on Instagram. People are starting. First, they're blaming the Black manosphere for all of this. I sent y'all guys the evidence of that. Now I'm being brought into the frame because I actually addressed this on my Patreon, and then I brought it over to my Facebook so everybody could see it. So now I'm being quoted directly in this whole dust up. So this is pretty interesting stuff.
All right. And then last but not least, our guest for this evening, Mr. Fantastic himself. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Long time no see, man. Good to be here again, bro. Shout out to Jeff, shout out to Darwin, Dave, and of course the old man. Great to be here. Let's do it, man. Let's make it happen.
All right, fellas. So we had our nice extended intro, the city girls are down bad. They are not happy. Of course I want to know what you guys are thinking, man. But for starters, man, like the way in which the ladies have been crashing out, I'm not super surprised about it. But we can do popcorn style, or I can call one by one. But you guys can start. Like, what do you guys think about what's going on both with Megan and just with the trend of what's happening with the ladies that a lot of women are looking up to? Like, what the hell is going on, man?
I'm sorry. Is this a situation where they're doing exactly what they said they wanted to do? They outside? What happened to Hot Girl Summer? What happened to WAP? What happened to I'm strong and independent? I don't need no man for nothing. I got more degrees than a thermometer and don't know the temperature of my own relationship. When did this become about us? Because they told us we don't have the right to tell a Black woman anything. Ain't it her body, her choice? So isn't it also her thotty, her choice? So never mind. Mr. Fantastic, see, I'm gonna keep my Negro mouth shut and drink my coffee.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Let's say fun girl behavior being supported by a lot of undercover and out loud fun girls. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, WAP. real hot girl shit, all of these things, man, all of this promotion of promiscuity, and the women can't see one of their queens fall. They already took one L, and hey, it might be 3 on the way. It might be 3 because they say Cardi took her L, and Nikki's not looking too good right now herself. So again, man, the holy trinity of thottery.
Not the holy trinity.
The holy trinity of thottery, bro. Hey, this might be a cold summer, as they say.
Oh man, Obsidian, what about you, brother?
Like I said, I'm in the thick of controversy as we speak on these internet streets because I wrote a piece in response to one brother referred to him as the concubine Lee, the conscious Lee. Of course, he weighed in and does what he do. We understand that, and I decided to respond to him first in his actual comment section, then in an open letter in its own right, an official statement, if you will, from the Black Manosphere that was picked up and now is being dissected and whatnot. There being reports now that this is the Black Manosphere's fault. Of course, we knew that was coming, right? So, look, my thinking on this is this. The entire project of anti-respectability politics, of flipping the bird at bourgeois, middle-class, white, patriarchal norms, of the idea that Black women were striking a blow and smashing the patriarchy. That is what Megan Thee Stallion built an entire brand around. She has a right to do that. I have no issue with it. And before this week, I had nothing to say about it. I kept quiet. But I draw the line at Megan and those, and to be sure, it's not just Black women. I've been duking it out with Black male progressives. Remember the concubine Lee, the conscious and on the pandasphere side. I've been duking it out with them so that I draw the line at the idea that brothers like us, upstanding brother, Mr. Fantastic, sir, he did his 20 in the United States Navy defending our nation. Thank you, brother, for your service.
Thank you for your service, brother.
Thank you for Darwin. He served in the military, in the army. Thank you for your service. Jeff St. James, working it out with brothers on the street level for many years. Dave Anderson, record producer, comedian, father, husband, yours truly, never had a scandal, never been involved with baby mamas, never cheated on everybody, never beat anybody, didn't do any of this. I draw the line at this idea that upstanding brothers like us now owe it to Megan Thee Stallion and those of her ilk to be understanding now, to offer gentlemanly comfort and aid and comfort when they have done nothing but reject that type of stance. Now, do they have a right to do that? Yes. But all bets are off. Sis, if that's where you at with it, all bets are off. I'm done. I don't owe them anything. I owe them nothing. Okay? That's where I'm at with it. This idea that Black women get to do whatever they want in the 21st century, and Black men are held to norms and standards that we had no say in the matter. But we are expected to extend courtesies to Black women who have tinkled all over these norms. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. No.
Tinkled?
I was waiting to see if somebody else is gonna cast some kind of word.
Jeff, you know I'm on the job, bro. I got my coffee. Listen, it's gonna be a good show.
This is fantastic, man. You had posted a clip up earlier, which let me know you had to be on for this panel, man. Like, from your vantage point, why are the ladies crashing out about this, bro?
I think Obsidian kind of leaned into it a little bit. Black men dare have an opinion. Black men dare talk about, this woman being a habitual liar, You know, this isn't what we think. This has been proven through court documentation, right? You said on national TV and said, "Oh, I would never." Oh no. And then we got on that witness stand. It's totally different, right? So, and we see the emotionality of this woman. She has a history of, you know, alcoholism, all these different things, and so on and so forth. But the sisterhood, right? The hive, as you might say, right? The 304 hive, they're going to protect it regardless, bro. It's crazy. We talk about the beehive, but it's really, you know, African Americanized woman bees, bro. That's what it is. It's crazy. They attack. You dare shake that hive, you dare say anything against one of their queens, it's over with, bro. So now we at war yet again, right?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen them talk about, well, what about Taylor Swift? What about Taylor Swift? I'm like, what about Taylor Swift? What the hell they got to do with me?
What about Kim
even keep up
Kardashian? What about Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian. I'm like, I don't even keep up with. The only reason we even know anything about this relationship is because Meg Thee Stallion brought it to the public and said it was over with.
Amen. Amen. And shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Let me look in the camera. Stephen A. Smith, salute to you, brother, because you're the one that really drove it home. Listen, relationships and marriages end every day. Every day. And we all of us, men and women alike, of goodwill, things come to an end, a divorce, a breakup. We take it on the chin. We might get with some close friends. You know, the fellas, we might break out a bottle or pass around some beers. The ladies, they might, you know, have some wine and cheese. And you kind of, you know, do what you do quietly behind the scenes. You dust yourself off and move on. Meg Thee Stallion didn't do that. I consider it to be manipulative. It was very emotionally manipulative for her to take her personal business, put it out there, put all this on Klay. I'm not defending him, but put all this on Klay Thompson and doing it for clicks and views and monetization and sympathy. And now it's a problem with brothers like us are saying, "Oh no, wait a minute, no, we're not buying it. No, we're not doing that."
And the first, just real quick before anybody else goes, she's the first to do it. The first one. Klay has, and again, I mean, if we being totally honest here, the lowest tier, right? By looks and by, you know, everything else. All of these other, like I don't know, you know, you played the clip earlier. Oh, we didn't know who Klay Thompson was. Who the hell is we?
Exactly. I'm like, what?
We speaking French now. That was a London woman speaking French. You feel me? I was like, what the hell we got going on here?
That wasn't even her speaking. I got to correct you, Mr. Fantastic, respectfully. That wasn't her speaking. That was her wig headband doing all the talking. That stiff wig was telling her, you ain't never seen Ratatouille? It was controlling her. There's no way that came out of somebody who has a rational thoughts mouth. Like,
So let me say this real quick, man. Shout out to everybody that's currently watching. If you are not a subscriber or following any of our respective platforms, wherever you're watching it from, please make sure that you subscribe, that you're following, that you become a member, and make sure you guys hit that super chat button if you guys enjoy this content and want us to continue this type of stuff, and definitely want to bring on more and more guests. So for a couple super chats I eyeballed real quick. D Kirk 313, thank you for the $2. Can you do a review of Michael Joe Jackson? Oh, okay. I never really thought about that. We'll take it to the chambers and see if that's something we may look into between now and the summer. Screen matcha boy.
Matcha.
Oh yeah, that thing. Sup panel. Salutes to Mr. Fantastic. Will you get FBA General Dave Anderson on the Tethers panel? Team Fatty to stop grifting off FBA Black American culture for content, asking on Ask a Brother podcast. I'm not going to speak to it because I don't really have anything to say about him or his platform. But you know, if Dave Anderson, you got anything to say, that's up to you.
I'm kind of how am I cat? What did I do? I'm just out here repping for my lineage. I don't have the context to understand why I got why am I the general? I'm the general now. Listen, listen, my album is coming out this Friday. It's called Shill Music. I would love to go on any platform that wants me. And if anybody wants smoke, I have no problem giving it to them. But I don't go, I'm like 50 Cent. What did 50 Cent say? I don't want no problems. But if somebody want a problem, I say no problem.
MS Delta guy, appreciate you, brother, for the $5. Oh no, WAP lost the light-skinned, good hair NBA player. LOL. The lovely ladies are mad. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And you know what?
That's crazy.
That angle, that mulatto angle, if you will, this really took me aback. A number of sisters that I was in a conversation with yesterday made the point that the argument was because Klay's heritage, he's technically biracial, white mother, black father from the Caribbean, so on and so forth. The argument was that he was respectable and he was supposed to be on the Russell Wilson track, and therefore she was going to have her version of Russell Wilson. So when he did what he allegedly did, that kind of disrupted that. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold it. The sisters that are complaining about colorism are themselves the colorists? Is that what we're saying here?
Uh-oh.
Well, listen, man, we gonna get to them thinking that this was another Russell Wilson situation, but thank you, appreciate MS Delta for that as well. And everybody, if you currently still watching, please make sure you guys submit them super chats so we can cover everybody before we hop back in. Prince Revolver, appreciate you, good sir, for the $2. Patriarchy globally is why we have anything great. Perception is reality. 6769. Thank you for the $4.99. Meg is gorgeous. I get she is influential and successful. But why are sisters treating her like she is the modern day Fannie Lou Hamer?
It's gonna be a long show for the ladies.
That's crazy. Appreciate you, bro, for the $5. Dub Will, thank you for the $4.99. Salute to the panel. Fantastic. Shout out to the 478. Who else we got? Prince Revolver again. Thank you for the $5, brother. I'm defending Klay for the simple fact that Meg's entire image is someone who she says can't be tamed.
Well.
Who else we got? Kenneth Young, 48.92, $10. Keep up the great work, fellas. Thank you, good sir. Rip City, $5. The sisterhood owes Felicia Rashad and Monique an apology right damn now. Oh shit. Man. And then last but not least, Dub Will again. Thank you for the $4.99. And salute to the panel. Fantastic. Shout out. He submitted 2 of those. All right. So again, y'all. So thank you everybody that's currently watching. Please make sure that you're subscribed to all our platforms, following. And like we said before, there's already a hell of a lot of comments. So we're not going to be able to show them all. But like we said, we're not going to miss them if you hit that super chat button. So fellas, the first thing I wanted to throw out there, because there's so many different clips that we saw, so many different things that's happening. The first thing that I noticed with the very stark differences between the women that are huge fans of hers, the simps and the panderers, and a lot of gay and bisexual men. And that's one group. And then all the heterosexual men that understand women. I think there's a problem with women, and especially our women, not actually understanding certain things about men. So I'm going to play this. And I think Mr. Fantastic has said it earlier about the chick that was like, oh, Meg made him big and relevant and we didn't even know who he was. So I'm going to play this and then we're going to react.
Didn't know who Klay Thompson was. Have you seen this shit, bro, fellas? Let me tell you something. It's women online like, nigga, you wasn't shit before you met Meg. We didn't know you. Fuck a nigga. He ain't shit. You finna be busted. Ladies, let me inform you of who Klay Thompson is. Klay Thompson is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do you understand me? First ballot. He is arguably one of the greatest shooters ever, probably top 5. Probably top 5 shooting guards ever. This nigga scored 60 points one time without dribbling the fucking ball. This nigga is amazing at his fucking job. He has made $300 million in his NBA career. I'm not counting endorsements. Listen to me very closely, okay? He's 6'5". I know you like tall niggas. He light-skinned. You like them niggas too. And y'all keep saying he lame because y'all thought this nigga was Russell Wilson. That's what y'all thought. That's why women is mad, because they thought she was finna have her Sierra party. No. What y'all didn't realize is this nigga played in Oakland for hella years. He might have understood a bitch, you feel me? He might have knew how to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying Klay ain't got no game. He fuck Meg the Stallion. He said, first of all, on a bitch, hey, my name Klay, bitch. This nigga best friends with Too Short and E40. Fuck out of here.
Listen, man. Mr. McPherson, we're gonna start with you, bro. Do women actually understand men? or am I confused at this type of reaction? Because Mr. Thompson, I did not know, good sir. I did not know. I knew about 2 of these.
He's got a good eye,
sir.
Got a good eye.
Darwin, I'm gonna start with you, man. Do ladies, what's going on with what ladies are thinking men are like, and the types of like, are women just confused when it comes to how men gain status, what makes a man important, like how a man gains value? Like, tell me from your vantage point, A, why did so many women think that Klay was a nobody before Meg? And then B, why do they think that he can't do just as well or better?
Well, first of all, they didn't think he was a nobody. That's a facade. They knew who Klay was. They're just using that as an excuse to lighten the impact of her being potentially dismissed for a monogamous relationship. It's a gut punch. So the way to lower the impact is to say that he wasn't nobody. It's just a way to use sign language. Nobody was saying he was a nobody, and nobody knew him before Megan came out with that statement. Everybody knew who he was. Everybody knew he was actually number 2 behind Steph Curry on the all-time list of greatest 3-point shooters of all time. He's only second to the greatest. And it's not this list of women. It's not about an eye. It's just about a status in a bag. You don't have to have no eyes for these type of women. You got to understand the caliber of women that's in this lineup. It don't take nothing but just being able to have the status and the money. And it's effortless at that point. Having that genetic lottery and being able to have the game and status behind it just takes nothing but just showing up and just being present. I don't even think Klay Thompson has to shoot a shot with 100% of these women out here. They probably approached him.
No. There a lot of women we know, and this is the crazy part. Women are talking about this thing as if we don't know that every time these men go into a new city, women that look just like that are waiting in the hotel lobby for them.
Same ones. You can't sometimes. I think at that status, they get so heavy, you probably can't even tell them apart. They all have the same look, the same style, same Miami hot styles or Fashion Nova. They all
if it wasn't for the hair color,
get their hair done at the same time.
If it wasn't for the difference in hair color, Jesus.
That's it. It's just Megan Thee Stallion is just a miscalculation. She just miscalculated her leverage. She thought she can go in with a resume and the status she had. She thought that can offset the fact that he may not want to be monogamous. A lot of women have this issue when they're dealing with high caliber status men. They don't understand that these men can pick and choose whether they want to conform to the moral standards that everybody expect, or they want to be like a team. Like what we should be. You should be able to have that option, and a lot of these guys tend to do it. And I would argue that a majority of the men are doing it. It's just women are not stupid enough to open up their mouth because they're looking at the bottom line, the big picture, the legacy, the inheritance, the generational wealth. But when it's really hard for a woman to do that, whenever she already has status in the bag behind her, because those two things, not all of it, but sometimes tend to cancel each other out. And now she's looking for treatment and to be praised and to be catered to like a queen. But you can't come in with that type of resume. It has a significant impact on her ability to leverage whatever type of relationship she wants out of any man of this particular caliber. And it's sad to see her walk away from it because, from my understanding, I don't even think Klay broke it off. He was cool with it. He just wasn't going to be monogamous. I think Megan was the one that said, I can't do it. And it's just foolish of her because her options are not going to get any better. They're not going to get it. This was a bet. I'm telling you, this was a jackpot. For her.
300 mil. I think he's about worth 300 mil.
He's worth 140, but he's made 300 mil in his lifetime.
Right.
So,
And currently finishing up what amounts to essentially is a sweetheart deal that he's got with the Dallas. Is basically a sweetheart. We all understand this. Once you get toward the end of your career, you can pretty much pick and choose your final assignments. If you're in the military, if you're in the union, so on and so forth. We understand that. So he's basically finishing out a 3-year, $50 million all told contract with the Dallas Mavericks. So he goes out on a high note.
This is,
But
bro.
listen, regardless
Go
of that,
ahead.
the fact that, and I kind of lost my train of thought, but what I really wanted to touch on was like, just come back to me because I love the interruption caused me to lose my.
I'm gonna say this real quick. What we're looking at on the screen is how historically, generally, and the majority of men and women look at it. This is a high profile guy. This is the caliber of women he can get access to. He'll have an endless amount of women for the next 30 years if he wants that'll look just like this. And Megan is just a footnote. This is also how the majority of heterosexual men that are not panders or simps look at women that are pushing what Meg and Cardi are pushing. Women keep thinking Meg is in this position. She's not. She's in this position. And I think that's the first issue of a lack of understanding of when you keep trying to act like you're men and that you can move and do what men can do. What happens then is, first of all the ladies are going crazy about something that she's accusing Klay of that she has been accused of doing to multiple men in this picture.
Thank you.
She's been accused of cheating. I didn't even play the song from Party, which I'm about to play in a little bit, where he accused her of lying to him about a whole host of things relating to dealing with other men in the industry. In fact, you know what? Hold on a second.
Shit, I gotta love you from a same thing that you did.
And the body count continues. So what Darwin just said and what I'm saying as well is, I think the initial issue is because of feminism, because of this hypersexuality, because of this exalting of women who are pushing this hot girl summer stuff. Women are trying to follow this model, and they're pointing to examples like Sierra, and they're realizing they actually don't have a lot of examples of this. So when they see women who end up like this, it's a blow. And my initial stance is perhaps like there's something going on with, I think they're almost looking at this as like a representation of hope, where it's like guys shouldn't care. You keep telling men not to care. But then what ends up happening is this picture is what a lot of women's lives actually look like. And then when they end up not married, they look at all the men in the line and say they ain't shit. And we keep saying, well, you keep picking certain calibers of men. Like, why are you picking athletes? Why are you picking rappers?
Yes.
Mr. Dave and then Mr. Fantastic.
Because there's two people I want to quote. First of all, my pastor out of Houston, Texas, which is where Megan Thee Stallion is from. His name is Michael Jones. He said, back then didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Apologize. 304s didn't want me, now they hot, they all on me. My bishop happens to be Coach Greg Adams, and he says, men are in love, women are in business. See, when we as men, and that doesn't mean anybody on this dais is perfect, but when we as men pick wives, it's usually not the fun girl. It's somebody who does not crave the spotlight, somebody who does not necessarily want to talk about how independent they are with their Arby's roast beef sandwich. The problem that we're seeing right now is that they're never going to get there. And the thing that bothers me about the Klay Thomas meme is that how do you leave off that beautiful, fine, talented, gorgeous, foundational Black American woman named Coco Jones? I'm sorry.
Oh, you right? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because y'all can say whatever you want. Whatever you want. Because if you ask, I guarantee you, if I was Steve Harvey, we surveyed 100 men. And we asked them, who would you rather have? Megan Thee Stallion or Coco Jones? Survey says, bing, Coco Jones gonna kill that. unless you just want a good time or you want a free pass to Planet Fitness.
Man, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, listen, man, this is the epitome of shooter shoot, man. We talk again, one of the greatest shooters of all time. You think it's just on the court? You think it's just on court? No. Darwin will tell you, hoopers, we don't just shoot on the court, baby. We shoot in real life at everything. We don't miss no opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, this is women suffering from what I like to call I'm every woman's disease. Black women especially. Black women, for whatever reason, like to appoint these celebrity women that are the worst of the worst. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and like you guys say, Sierra is the female Jesus for black women. Hey, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna deal with ain't shit dudes. You know, Future. They talk about what makes so funny, y'all. Though, you know what makes it so funny? These same women that he ain't this, he ain't that. What you think they're gonna do if Klay Thompson pulled up on them in the Phantom today?
They make it clap. I'm sorry,
Dave. I like to say mouth and legs, brother. Mouth and legs. Both
they gonna make
love
love to him with Megan's soundtrack on.
Listen, all that,
yada yada yada.
So it's just crazy to me, man, when women cap like this. But it's just a coping mechanism. All women can do when they're dead wrong, instead of taking accountability, is cope and blame the men and attack the men. And like you said, for us, this is just simple commentary. Because like we said this when this started, when he went like, hey, Klay, bro, this is a bad look. No one celebrated Klay, and we clown Klay. Even the meme is clowning Klay. You the only one out here that's out here with this woman in public for real, outside of like partisan, right, or whatever. You giving her, I think he gave her like a Bentley or something, allegedly a house, all these different things. You treating the 304 like a housewife. Brother, you breaking all the rules. But hey, it ain't tricking as you got it, as they say. He got 300 mils. So to him, that's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But again, man, it's just crazy that these women love to speak from heights and views that they've never seen. Most of these women, like you said, are the bottom 99%, right? The absolute bottom. They have no idea. They're never even been within 10 feet of an NBA player or a millionaire, right? Yeah. So they have no idea, and they live vicariously through these women that tell them, what did Cardi B say? I don't cook, I don't clean, and then, Offset put her on IG sweeping with no makeup on.
And
you feel me?
Yeah, and Obsidian, I want you to come in next. I think my view of this is like there's a weird parasocial relationship going on. And I want the audience to at least understand a little bit of what this actually is and means. So when we say there's a parasocial dynamic going on, this is involving or relating to a connection that someone feels between themselves and a famous person that they do not know, a character in a book, film, TV series, etc. And the reason why this is so important, the stronger the parasocial relationship is to a person they don't know, an icon, a famous person, or in this case, women of this ilk, when these women take L's, these women get upset. So they got so upset at Offset about how he was treating Cardi despite the ways in which he treats men. They're getting so upset about this case with Klay, and it's because they have a parasocial relationship with like Mr. Fantastic said, the worst caliber of women. I'm going to start off because I think we've been actually, keeping our gloves on right now. I'm actually going to take my gloves off and say this. I'm not one of these guys that's cheering for anybody to get cheated on, men or women. I am absolutely happy with, and I'm absolutely rooting for these women to fail relationally. I am. And I mean it. I want the women that are setting our women up for failure to fail. I don't want the reward to be at the end for women who are twerking during presidential elections on stages, women that are making the Black community embarrassing and living up to every stereotype, embarrassing us every time they get in front of a microphone, how they display themselves, how they carry themselves overseas, sending a message that our women can move like 304s, move like prostitutes, move like escorts, carry themselves that way, lie to men, drug men, and then the reward at the end is Russell Wilson and Klay Thompson.
Right.
No, I want these women to fail. I want them to. And I want them to fail in spectacular ways so that the women who aren't as rich, don't even look as good, recognize that's not the move. You just end up looking crazy. Because women that don't look like that, don't have that pretty privilege, don't have that type of money, and don't have that type of clout and status, y'all are trying to do the same thing, and then you're shocked and wondering why you're saying all men ain't shit. You don't even have the leverage she have, and she don't have that type of leverage over those men on that list. The only man that she had to have leverage on was the one she had to send to jail. And the second piece I'm gonna put out there is question: if men really believe that Tory Lanez is innocent, why would we cheer for her? If we really believe a black man is innocently in jail, and that the two witnesses that were not directly involved in the incident, the driver or bodyguard and a random pedestrian that was eyewitness, both said they saw a female with the gun and that they did not see him at any point, and his fingerprints were never on the gun. If we really believe he didn't do it, why would we cheer for her?
Exactly.
Because all the ladies are struggling with why men are reacting or cheering and all. Like I said, I'm not cheering for the cheating part. I am absolutely cheering for these women to fail relationally. I do not want these women to succeed because it sets a bad precedent, and this is exactly why so many of our women are now we got to cheat back and we're gonna cut men off and 4B and all. Y'all saying all this nonsense because y'all got a parasocial relationship with the most toxic, undesirable women for long-term relational commitment. And we keep telling you we have two different categories, and y'all keep trying to blur the lines, but your lives and your reality isn't blurred.
They think it's one way when it's the other way.
There you go.
So that's what it is.
Shout out to Marlo.
Exactly.
There you go.
Shout out to Marlo.
There you go. So, I'm going to play a clip from Mason Cam in a little bit, but let me head to the super chats to make sure I don't forget. So, guys, if you're currently still watching, I'm a little over 900 on my end. So, guys, I'm going to say it again. If you're currently watching, please send this to 2, 3, 4, even 5 people with whatever channel, and all the guys that you see on the screen, please make sure that you're following or subscribed. Feel free to become members. My membership only $2.99. I don't know about Dave's membership. I don't know how much his is.
How am I catching strays all night? First, I'm a general. Now my membership is I got a $2.99 membership.
Okay, listen, I don't know, brother. Listen. I know you got high quality over there, so I didn't know.
Not like you. I'm not a clinician, bro. People come to me for jokes and music. And that's all. I just get the news in a funny way. That's it.
I just like to say one thing, if I could, quickly. There's a brother. It could be a brother in the chat room. Simp God Loves 313 that said that Kevin Samuels was divorced and failed. You want to know something? You're 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, don't take my word for it. Go over to the Joe Budden podcast, look up Kevin Samuels, and hear it directly from him. See, I'm glad you said that, brother. I'm assuming this is a brother that said it. I'm glad you said that. You want to know why? Because Kevin Samuels never had a bad word for either of his wives. He took full and complete responsibility. He said, I am the reason why my 2 marriages failed. Me, not anybody else, me. There's a big difference between that and Megan Thee Stallion. See, Megan didn't say, hey, listen, it didn't work out and I'm the reason why. No. She put it on someone else. So there's a big difference here. Note the difference. The black manosphere, ain't no victims here. We all volunteers. Compare and contrast. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. And super chats. Marcus Evans, appreciate you, good brother. $5 salute to the brothers on the panel. Thank you. Who else we got? Perceptions Reality. Thank you again for the $9.99. Obsidian and even Dave. How would you advise coping and responding with women in your fam that have an issue with you speaking up or with masculine black men in general? What do you guys think?
Okay. Thank you, first of all, for the $9.99 super chat. I can't speak for Obsidian, but Obsidian is a little bit older than I am. I will tell you this. I still have my gonads attached to my body. That's point number 1. Point number 2, I am the head of my table. Point number 3, if I can't change the people around me, I will change the people around me, because if I cannot lead my household, I'm going to find a household I can lead. Period, point blank. I'm not getting into this apologist thing. I'm not apologizing for who I am. Masculinity has never been toxic. That's some Gloria Steinem, mainstream media nonsensical BS that I don't particularly subscribe to. My last name is Anderson. Everybody in this house's last name is Anderson. As long as you're playing for my team, in my league, on my show, this is how it's going to be. If in fact you need help understanding that there is a simp recovery program that Mumia and Jeff and Darwin have been putting on weekly, I suggest you go ahead and you sign up for that. But no, how do I handle it? I handle it by making it very clear from the get-go, ain't but one chief in the teepee.
What about
That's
you?
it.
And I agree with everything with what my brother Dave said. Let me double down on that. Look, I'm going to keep hammering this point all night long for however long we go. If it's 4 hours, I'm going to stay at all 4 hours because I want this to sink in. For women that share my bloodline, hey, look, if you don't want my masculine input, protection, care, advice, input, counsel, fair enough. But when you fail, and you will fail, I don't know you. I don't know you. That's how it goes. All bets are off. No, listen, we are not going to do, and talked about Kevin, we're not going to do this one-way relationship where the sisters can do whatever they want and flout whatever conventions they want, and the brothers are held to the conventions of 1955. We're not doing that. You want to go and do that? Fine. But we are done.
Damn. MS Delta, appreciate you, brother, for the $100 banger. Yes, sir. It's wrong, but I'm enjoying the misery of the lovely ladies. And brother, I'm gonna say this, man. Like I said before, I specifically want women to realize that the debaucherous, ghetto, embarrassing, nasty, vile moves and actions that they're taking, it's costing the image of the women that are their fans and supporters. They're rich, so they don't care. They're getting paid to do it. It's all the other women that's paying them and following them and trying to emulate and do the same thing. They're not going to find their Klay Thompson. Russell's not going to be there. So I actually do want these ladies to fail. That's just what it is. Kenneth Young, appreciate you, brother, for the $5. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, RIP. Said women use sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. Perception is reality. Klay doesn't look intimidating. He doesn't talk like he hangs on the corner. There were memes comparing him to the kid on the Class Act. MS Delta, yes, the lovely ladies are crestfallen. Big boy, appreciate you for the 2. Salute to all the veterans in the chat. American First Rifleman, thank you, brother, for the $5. Free Tory, absolutely. Free Tory Lanes. Who else we got? The Snow Patrol, $4.99. Klay ruined their fantasy of going from having hot girl summer to becoming winter wives. Ooh. Woo. Exactly. Damn. Their thought girl summer fantasy got obliterated. That's what it is, and that's what I want it to be. Every single woman pushing this, I want them to fail until they realize it's not in their best interest and cards. And I hope more and more men. Now, again, I'm not pushing for men to cheat, but I am saying that I want them to end up like Vivica A. Fox and a lot of these other ladies that tend to talk about so haphazardly about men, about Leslie Jones. I want that to be your endpoint. If you can't understand what types of men to avoid, what types of men to pour into, if you want to chase the bad boys, the athletes, the high profile guys that you know is getting 500 women thrown at them every month, if that's the guy you aim for and you get to do what you want, I'm not rooting for you. Appreciate you, Philip Sadiq, for the 10. Super B Mays, appreciate you for the 25. Yes, sir. And then last but not least, Prince Revolver. If she's saying what she won't do or put up with online, good chance she's already done it.
Oh, absolutely.
She's doing it and secretly wants it offline.
Jeff, really quickly, I'm glad, and let's get this out the way right now. Look in the camera. We, the brothers at this men's table, we do not condone or endorse
I got background music.
black male infidelity. I want to say that again. Look in the camera. we here at the men's table do not endorse or condone black male infidelity. I want to make that very, very clear, because there's this idea that the black manosphere is going to Klay talking about attaboy. Yeah, no, we're not. No, we're not. Jeff made it clear. We are not supporting that. What we are supporting is for all you ladies out there that want to flout conventions, the white man's patriarchy, smash the patriarchy. Straight black men are the white men of the black community. Yeah, we want you to fail with a capital F. Yes, we do. Okay? That's what we want. So we just want to make it clear. We don't condone cheating, but we do want you to fail.
Yeah, but it was never confirmed or anything that he was cheating. She simply said that he said he didn't want to be monogamous. So then she put out something ambiguous to make it seem as if he was. You see what I'm saying? And she has a record of this. So that's why I'm not even saying or whatever that Klay is cheating. For all we know, this was never an official relationship. You know what I'm saying? This was just a public situationship. Like, this is the first one we knew about. We just saw his roster. We just saw his material, and it's the only one to where this man's 14 seasons deep. Like Obsidian said, this is probably his last season. This season coming up. We've never heard anything about all of these women that are 8, 9, a dime, finest women in the world, have a complaint about Klay Thompson. Now all of a sudden, the same woman that lied on a man and possibly put him away, you know what I'm saying, that said, "Oh, I didn't have sex with this man," and then got on the stand and had to admit it, so she didn't have to go to jail herself. And now she's getting out here claiming that he cheated because he didn't want to be monogamous.
I don't even know if she claimed that he cheated. I think the flock or the fan base ran with that because he said he didn't want to be monogamous.
Nah, but she
exactly, dog.
Yeah, she posted a few things that accused him of that. I read it verbatim, man, that she was putting that type of energy and stuff and accusations out there, man. And then one of the things is, when we talked about earlier about women keep trying to play the game through men's eyes with men's rules and getting horrible 304 outcomes. Mason Cam had a conversation about this that I thought was fascinating. So let's take a look at that.
What was she expecting? She get with Klay Thompson. What was supposed to happen? You tell me from Black Girl Magic. What was supposed to happen?
What was the expectation?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I thought they were finna get married.
Why?
That's what it looked like from what I've seen from the outside looking in.
What make you say they was gonna get married?
Clay's at that point in his life where it looks like he's ready to settle down. You know, he's with the Mavs, not playing as good as he was. The public posts, he never posts public relationships from what I've seen. Then like the Thanksgiving, like a lot of things.
Does settle down mean settle?
No.
So what does settle down have to do with
Settle
it?
down means, to me, settle down means we're going to choose each other and stop talking to other people. That's what I would think.
Oh, okay.
Cam.
Stop making your relationships public. Megan Thee Stallion started with, and before I said something about Megan Thee Stallion, people got mad, but it's public. It started with Moneybagg Yo, right? Then Tory Lanez. I'm looking at a list here. A rapper, Party Fontaine's. You know Party Fontaine's stat?
Yes.
See, I don't know Party. Shout out to Party. I don't know him like that.
He's a songwriter.
Then you got Romeo Lemieux. Well, I'm saying his name wrong. He's with a soccer player. And Torrey Craig from the Chicago Bulls. Klay Thompson. Look.
And he was supposed to marry her? No, he wasn't supposed to marry her.
Okay,
That's the
wait,
list.
wait. No, because I said why he crack his neck like that. But
No, that list goes like this. That list goes like this.
Can I finish what I have to
yes,
say?
go
The
ahead, Cam.
last
No, you're
second
correct.
is
You
crazy,
were talking. You're right.
You're saying stat. What if everybody's list is plastered? That's the thing. Everybody's list is not plastered. So when you put up information public and people have opinion of what's going on because it's public, you can't get mad at people being opinionated because you have a public relationship. I just said this last time. I'm not sure if y'all wasn't here or where I said it. I said I would never do no public relationship because they always go with the girl, whether you're right or wrong and different anything else. If a girl cheat on a guy, another girl be like, well, what he do to make her do that? He may not have did nothing. He may not have did nothing. So when you sit there and be like, oh, our list is plastic, is it our fault nobody's sitting around digging, looking for Party Fontaine and the soccer player and the Chicago Bulls dude and everybody else? There's no disrespect to Megan. I'm just saying. Halle Berry, but I don't know if you know how high she was regarded as the best, baddest bitch of the 90s. Top of the line, every rapper. And for Halle Berry. Every nigga left her. Every nigga.
That's right.
As bad as she is, every nigga like, nah, I'm out. Because I don't care how bad you is, and this has nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion, this has nothing to do with Halle Berry. As bad as a female is, there's some nigga somewhere saying, you can keep that bitch. I know her. I know her.
First of all, man,
It's rough, but it's real.
Leverage. I think, ladies, you can't deregulate the sexual marketplace. Give children all willy-nilly. Sleep with half the world and think you have the leverage that your grandmothers and great-grandmothers have over men, especially high-profile men that have access to women and resources. Yeah, but he mentioned something about Halle Berry. When Eric Benet supposedly cheated on her, were men in mass cheering and rooting against Halle Berry?
No.
Hell no. Everybody was saying that nigga crazy as hell.
Nia Long.
Hmm.
Found out about
Same thing.
Udoka. Were we ragging on Nia?
No.
No.
Who was it that men in mass were ragging on and going crazy on? The men that cheated.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much, yeah.
Because we didn't see them the way we see the ladies at the bottom. Because we saw those as ladies, this is just outside, not even in their relationship. They could be crazy. They could be insane in the confines of a relationship. We don't know. But in terms of how they carried themselves publicly, they were not embarrassing themselves. They were not embarrassing the Black community, and they were not embarrassing the image of Black women. So when women that we're viewing outside looking in is like, yo, she don't deserve that. Why would you do that to her? But then when you look at the women at the bottom who are making careers, rapping about cheating, rapping about drugging men, actually sleeping with men while they're married and getting pregnant by men that have other women pregnant.
Wet posterior vulvas, etc.
So my view is, when y'all say we hate, or the Black manosphere, or all these men just hate women or hate Black women, no. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Is it that we hate Black women, or do we hate streetwalkers? Do we hate Black women, or do we hate prostitution culture and it being rewarded? That's actually the issue. Mr. Fantastic, and then Darwin, come on in. What y'all think?
Yeah, like you said, man. Again, and everybody know Halle Berry was crazy, but even still in that situation, he was like, damn, bro, you cheated on her.
Yep.
But then, Eric Benet's thing, and he wasn't the only one that said this. She said, hey, man, Halle doesn't, she doesn't like bedroom activity a lot. So what I'm supposed to do? She fine and all, but if I ain't got access to it, a man has needs. You know what I'm saying? If you take me to the steak restaurant, and I got
bust pipes, brother. Pressure bust pipes.
Yeah, you got this big juicy ass steak, but you never gonna serve it to me. What I'm supposed to do, man? You feel me?
And you know what? He does make a point. There are ladies that they have a lower libidinal drive. I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, libido.
They have a lower libidinal drive. I'm not knocking them for that. But if they get with a man, and it's been said that Eric Benet has a very high libido. If you get with a man like that, there's only two ways this is going to work. Either A, y'all not going to be together very long, or B, you're okay with outsourcing some of that. That's how it's going to have to be.
What's the name had the inverse? Adina Howard. Adina Howard's husband said, hey, he had to let her go because he couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
so it works on both ends. You feel me?
Yeah.
So and like you said, it's a crazy thing, and this is literal, Jeff, that you put it this way, right? This is like a generational swap and shift of the identification of what a lady or a woman is, right? We respect, like you said, Nia and Halle because they've never carried themselves in a whore culture. These women were, in their craft. They were actresses. Halle, of course, being one of the greatest of all time. And she may have had her own personal things. For the most part, they stayed personal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nia Long the same way. We didn't know anything about her personal life post her acting career. We just knew she was in a relationship with M.A. and they had a kid and so on and so forth, right? So now though, women identify with, and not only identify with, they want to be the bottom two women. You know how crazy it is? Jeff, I saw women defending Cardi B getting pregnant while she was still legally married
and saying congratulations.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about. This whole subculture of prom and baby showers being the highlights of in the Black community. We actually think that's not a good thing to normalize. We actually don't want to normalize, especially amongst our women in our community that we actually have to work, live, and do life with, including in our families. We don't want the women at the bottom. I don't know. Like, we don't want the women at the bottom because we know what the outcome is.
And most importantly, they're a cancer that spreads and influences too many of the young girls. That's the problem that people don't understand, right? Listen, a 304 gonna be a 304. We not trying to save them. They don't want to be saved. We understand that they serve a purpose. The problem, that's what I say, the ecosystem is off, right? We have an overpopulation of the fun girls, the lady of the evenings or whatnot, what have you. Is way too many of them that's overrepresenting the outnumbering the quote unquote women, the women that will be wifeable, that will be motherly, that will be all of the positive things. And they're clearly the loudest. So when you have this overrepresentation, and they have the megaphone, they got the microphone, they got the emergency broadcast system, and that's the only voice you hear. What are Black men supposed to believe?
And real quick, y'all, I got about 700 people on my end currently watching and only 300 plus likes. So if you're currently watching from any of our respective channels and platforms, at minimum, please like the video that you're watching right now. And at least please share to at least 2, 3, 4, even 5 people. Darwin, what you think, bro?
Like I got nothing wrong. I'm not with the group whenever we say we don't want the Megan Thee Stallions to get the ring and stuff. I don't care about it. I just want these women to be more compromising. I think that's the severe issue here that is unpopular to talk about. It's nothing wrong with you. I mean, I think guys want to date these women with these resumes. It's just that these women want to set the terms. And you just can't come into it trying to set the terms. I wholeheartedly believe that all of those women that were listed in that image, if they would have stuck around long enough, they would have got to the big picture. They would have got to the prize. Guys are going to get 60, they're going to get 70, 75, and they're going to be too old to be, slanging dick. So just wait it out. These women are, these women are just stupid. Just hold out. Compromise. You know what I'm saying? You cannot set the terms with this type of caliber of woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, and the thing I think a lot of these rich men are learning is that no matter their economic status, no matter the bank account roll, y'all are still have the audacity to treat them like the average man. You're still going to combat him. You're still going to withhold intimacy, weaponize sex. And a lot of these guys are saying, "What? That's not worth monogamy. Monogamy comes with a cost whenever you this caliber man. You have to literally be compromising and submissive and feminine to these type of men. And sometimes you gotta shut your eyes. That's just the game. And a lot of these women are not willing to stick it through. Just stick it through long enough, and you'll see that these guys are gonna come down off their high horse. That's just the game. You can't. These women are coming in and trying to force the terms to say, this is what I want. No, you don't got, especially the ones who have the resume of the Megan Thee Stallion. You don't have the leverage. It don't even make sense. I would have been happy for her to be like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be monogamous? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's work through it. And I'll guarantee you, Klay probably would have worked through it and gave the girl a ring. A lot of those girls that was on there that probably was ringless would have got a ring, or they would have maintained their marriages and relationship. It's just, these women just don't, they think that a man of this stature can be conquered to the point where he have to conform to what the terms you want to say. It just doesn't work like that. And it never will.
That's my question, Darwin.
We weren't designed like that as men and women. You guys have to be more yielding.
Darwin, I got a question for you, brother, real quick. And then Mamiya, you can jump in. Darwin, if they can't get regular Black men to do this, to marry them en masse, more Black men are married than there are Black women. If they can't get regular Joes to marry them, somebody just posted something that I think is incredible. It said, many Black women look up to Meg like kids look up to Spider-Man and Batman. These women are being viewed like superheroes, being called legends, and women are viewing this status on social media and amongst other women and thinking that translates to what you just said. They're getting gassed up by other women and not caring about what men are actually saying that leads to long-term outcomes. I'm going to say it as clear as possible, bro. There is no woman on the planet that has leverage over a man that's a multimillionaire. If you want to leave, you want to take half his wealth, you can. But if he has the ability to make that and he has the ability to keep making that, you don't have the leverage you think you have. A lot of y'all don't have leverage over normal everyday guys.
Rank and file. Yeah, you just don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it's not working out tangibly, y'all keep listening to women that's just saying, yeah, wear that, twerk that, get on that stage. I know you got a man at home, but go on stage and make out with Usher or Chris Brown. They're gassing them up in all the wrong directions. One lady said, I hope I can find it. She said, who do you actually like? Who are y'all attracted to? Because the ones that y'all keep listening to is women like this. Are you going to listen to heterosexual men or gay and bisexual men and panders? What are y'all actually listening to? Why do y'all only listen to women who you're not attracted to, ain't going to sleep with, and not going to be in relationships with? What y'all wear, how y'all act, y'all only listen to women. And then y'all shocked with these outcomes. Mamiya, go ahead. What was you about to say?
Yeah, Klay Thompson. Let's get this straight. Klay Thompson is what, 6'7"? He's biracial. He is a 4-time NBA champion. He is a first ballot Hall of Fame prospect. He has made somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million over the past roughly 15 years, has a current net worth of $140 million, clearing out what could be his final NBA contract, which was 3 years and $50 million all told. He is in the Black American mating market. He is an apex predator. He is like Godzilla. You mean to tell me these sisters can go out there and duke it out with Godzilla? You are out of your freaking mind. Okay?
Let me say this to what Jeff just said last, because I wanted to respond to that. I think he said that women in general can't get the average guy. I don't know if you said do the right thing or adhere to the
A
term.
lot of them can't even get there. They don't have the leverage to even make their own men marry them. In this community specifically, most women, there's more of us married than there are them.
And I understand. But Megan, when we're talking about somebody like Megan Thee Stallion, when I would say aiming up above herself, when it called, if we look at the status ladder, but if Megan Thee Stallion aimed either parallel or below herself, she can get a man to yield to her terms. It's just that it's not going to work. It's not going to work the way that it's going now. So if Megan Thee Stallion picked up the average guy that works at Home Depot or somewhere, or AT&T technician, oh yeah, he most definitely going to be down for the program. But you're talking about a guy who can have an abundance of
an apex predator
throwing themselves at him.
No, a megalodon among men.
Right.
Klay is a light-skinned sniper. We saw that list. And Darwin, you're right. It's true. She can aim lower in comparison. But if they're as hypergamous as we've been all claiming, then they got to end up with a Nicki Minaj situation.
Exactly.
Right? Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic. Go ahead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So they say all niggas cheat anyway, right? So when Megan Thee Stallion is niggas. Again, this woman has a history of not being faithful herself. So I don't even understand how this got put on black men when, again, this is just her alleged accusation against Klay when, baby, you testify in court on the record, right, that you was out here, and then, like I said, the party dude had to say she wasn't just cheating with one nigga, she was cheating with some niggas. At least 3. And then you had a cross reference where the baby said, hey man, my bad, my nigga. Hey, she told me you was just some, So this woman has all of her encounters public. That's the problem. What did Mario Winans said? I don't want to know If you
That's
playing
foolish
me,
stuff.
keep it. Most and what do we know? Most men operate that way. Look, baby, I'm not gonna ask you about your body count because you're never gonna tell me the truth anyway.
Yep.
But if I walk you through this club and everybody know you,
Bouncer know you.
shawty. Yeah. If
You
everybody
know
know, everybody hit you with the side hug, and then niggas give me a little smile, give me a little smirk. No, shawty, no. I know what type of time it is.
Whoever that party dude is, he made a statement. He said, he asked her, did she smash these guys? The fact that you have to inquire about that, I can't even be in a relationship where I had to ask you, did you do that?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and I think that anybody who get in a relationship with a woman of this caliber, with this type of resume, I don't know how you cannot expect her to be a little bit shady, whenever it comes to transparency and honesty. And I don't think that those women really have the capability to turn off promiscuity whenever they've been doing it so long, and it's itched into their brain, the very essence of who they are. It's really just, I think if any man had the expectation that she would be willing to do that, then I think that's stupid.
But no, Darwin, that's what we were saying, right? So she expects a Klay Thompson. She expects a man at or above her caliber. What man is going to go for that? No, she don't want the regular billionaire. She don't want the guy that's a self-made guy that no one knows about. She's an industry girl, so she wants someone at equal or greater fame also. So all of those dudes, though, babe, we got the scouting report on you.
Yeah,
we literally got your roster.
And if you look down, like, if let's just say a guy happened to marry this woman. When you marry, and there are guys who are married, when you're married, you do some things with your wife. It ain't always missionaries. Sometimes you go down there and you get down on it. Can you imagine after seeing a list like this float across?
Absolutely not.
And then now you gotta go down there.
Eating out the listen.
You gotta go eat
Hey,
with KJ.
Darwin, that's what you call.
Yo, what's going
That's what you call eating out the project garbage can.
You see all these
Hell no.
all these speakers,
Hell
all
no.
up to their fans playing. And you're like, yo, I just can't.
Oh man.
Hell no.
Yeah, so
Hell
we
no.
were talking. Listen, we were getting at, and McPherson mentioned this. Everybody on this panel kind of alluded to this. Women keep trying to view this through a men and women are equal in terms of what we're attracted to, what makes us, work and fit. I'm going to play a brief clip, and then we're going to hop into the lesson of A, why we shouldn't be surprised when something like this happens, and B, what would a man who has a daughter, what would he tell his daughter when it comes to dating professional athletes? Because this is a big issue where the women are gassing these ladies up about dating rappers, dating athletes, dating these high profile men when they know what comes with dealing with those men and then acting shocked when it happens. So for starters, this nonsense.
And Klay Thompson are actually equally yoked for each other. Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson are a PR relationship. What could Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson ever talk about? You're about to see. They have both achieved the highest awards you can get in their respective careers, with Megan getting 3 Grammys and Klay getting 4 NBA
Fuck this got to do with being equally yoked, but let's continue.
championships. And for the astrology girlies, Megan was born February 15, 1995, making her an Aquarius, and Klay was born February 8, 1990, making him also an Aquarius.
Astrology?
So yeah, let me know in the comments all about, the astrology part of it. And this is a talented and educated couple. Megan is a graduate from Texas Southern University with her bachelor's degree in health administration. She kind of eats him up in this department because Klay did declare for the NBA draft after his junior season at Washington State University, but he still did what he needed to do. And we all know Megan is a dog mom and Klay is actually a dog dad. And we already saw them working out together, and now they're playing golf together. He's teaching her and getting her outfit and everything. They're having a great time.
Exactly what we all have been saying. Women don't know and understand men at all. They take what they're attracted to and what they think they have in common with men and think that translates into anything. Outside, when I looked at this list, you want to know the only thing that will probably be like legitimately be like, oh, we got the dogs. Them both liking dogs. Ain't nothing on this list gonna make me think Megan Thee Stallion is wife material.
And she said she eat him up in the Department of Education department. None of that shit matters. She's got a degree in health administration, but she's
That
out here,
doesn't, bro.
out here exchanging vagina juice with the health admitted. And ain't nothing healthy about none of the shit she got educated about.
Bro, bro, what did we say? What did we say? We was like, what was it? How did that degree help her with this?
It didn't.
And I guarantee you, bro, she is not a flawless victory. She's not going through all of those brothers without getting at least chlamydia.
Nah, bro, you better take it back. Take it back.
I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
I didn't say she didn't have it. I'm just saying it's very unlikely that you're able to go through that amount of partners. At least catching something.
Man,
oh my God.
And it's like, can't do it. Can't do it.
Bro, like when you look at this list, it's just nonsense. They're talking about birth signs, what award she won, her degree. What did any of that have to do? Hold on. What did any of that have to do with this? What did any of that have to do with this, gentlemen? How did that public health administration degree? Why wasn't that used in this scenario?
Yeah, that's definitely why I want to dwell again. What in the hell is a degree like making it to heaven for Black women? I really don't understand these things. And again, my health administration, that's like what? You like a secretary at the damn hospital? What is that? What's the equivalent of that?
Sitting at the damn front desk.
Yeah, sitting at the front desk.
Dave, go ahead and jump in there, bro.
A degree in health administration is basically go ahead and fill out these forms in triplicate, and the doctor will see you in the order in which you were received. That's point number one. Point number two, you have to understand it, and when I say this respectfully. We do not care about how many degrees you have. I don't give a googob fart about your education. Y'all do, because you measure yourself up against other women and what other women have, as if that is a thing for us. For men who have a twig and berries, we don't care about that, right? We care about whether or not you are cooperative, whether or not you listen, whether or not you pay attention to what we're talking about when we give you leadership or advice. When you choose not to listen, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. But what you are going to get is withdrawn from the situation. The second thing that I want to say, and when I say these views and expressions have nothing to do with the men's table. Mr. Fantastic, wonderful to meet you. He's not responsible for what I am about to say. As a person who has grown up in what you would consider Hollywood. Hollywood is not a place, it is a culture. That culture is filled with certain things, and when you go against the grain, certain things happen. I have seen people who grew up with my mother thrown in jail for charges about things that they weren't even there for, have been documented that they weren't there for, and they're still paying for it to this day. I know individuals who have decided to move away from the system and make, I don't know, let's just say $1 million in an hour without any type of corporate involvement. And all of a sudden, you know, a pum that they never touched becomes the smoking, you know what? And it's funny to me, if we want to talk about this, I don't want to hear this narrative of, oh, you're bashing Black women and this is sassy and that is this because we're so educated, we're so degreed, we're so famous, we're so wonderful, we're doing all of the, you're a high school guidance counselor. Calm down. On top of that, and I thank you. I need you to understand, I have a PhD too. I have a PhD in thoughtnomics. Okay. And Thoughtnomics 101 says, all of you, whether you are degreed, whether you are a thought pocket with clear heels, whether you are a single mom who has a roast beef sandwich like Afghanistan, pulled out badly, bombed out, and depleted, you need to understand that when you are participating in the very culture that you say you don't respect, you are judged by the least of you. So you say you want positivity, you say you want this, you say you want that, but all of you, with very few exceptions, had made Zeus enough money for them to afford Floyd Mayweather and still keep the lights on. All of you say that you are so cream of the crop, tip of the top, but then you applaud somebody who has a Jay Leno chin named Natalie Nunn for telling your sisters to beat each other up so that you can be on TV. See, women respectfully care more about fame and status so that they can go and have their group chat conversations and compare notes. That's why they care about the size of the ring, which is why companies like De Beers took over with the whole diamonds are a girl's best friend. If diamonds were so valuable, how come they're not mentioned in the Bible the same amount of time as rubies and gold and silver are? You bring a woman a silver ring with rubies and watch her laugh and tell her group chat that it's not going to happen. And then on top of that, where was all of this shame? Where was all of this vitriol when your sister, Remy Ma, started hanging out with Bucktooth Easy the Block Captain and making things clap? Where was your discernment then? Where was your women's intuition? It amazes me how it's on the fritz for everything except for when your man's not happy. Lastly, Jeff, again, the day I met you, the very first thing I said to you, brother, was I admire what you do, but I am not a clinician. So I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
I'm a thotonomics professor. I don't know about this, but you do. Spiritually speaking.
Sorry, thotonomics. My bad. Go ahead, continue.
Why y'all? I have a degree. This is my 6th degree. I just literally defended my thesis because apparently my master's in divinity is not enough for you. My communications degree is not enough for you. My MBA is not enough for you. My broadcasting degree is not enough for you. My FCC license isn't enough for you. But my PhD in thotonomics has to hold some weight. So I'm asking you spiritually, Jeff.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the Bible where God recognizes a boyfriend?
No.
When a boyfriend and a girlfriend break up, according to the IRS or the government, is she entitled to alimony?
Of course not.
Okay, so if God and the government do not respect a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, how is a man who never married her cheating?
Man, I'll say this, because marriage isn't for everybody. It does start with an agreement between two people. What is our arrangement? And when she revealed that message of him basically saying something along the lines of he can't be monogamous, the impression was up until that point, he was expected that he would.
Right.
Whether that's a ring, whether that's with the state, whether that's amongst us, or whether that's before God, we'll get to towards the end how I think that regardless of where we are in the spectrum, once we've established what we're doing, you now can hold me to that. So what Mamiya says, he said at every panel at this point, guys have to set the tone from the beginning.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're gonna have a rotation of women, if you're gonna have multiple women, it's better to start the tone there and set the foundation there. Because I think what's happening is when we have this influx of Dave, what you're saying, we have so many people that's not married and are ending up in situations like this. And now we have all these negotiation and argument and what's faithful or what's cheating or this or that. I'll keep it simple. If the expectation was that she wasn't supposed to do things with other people and he wasn't supposed to do things with other people, it's fair for her to be rightfully upset and bothered by the time and effort that she invested in the situation. I'm the outsider looking in that saying she doesn't deserve to be cheated on, or if allegedly, according to what she claims. But optically, I don't want people who do what she does to get an outcome like that teaches women, that everyday women in our lives and in our circles and in our communities, that they can do the same thing and expect something similar. That's what I care about the most. But I'm going to put something up here from a comment. It's from I guess it's Ann or 21. Why doesn't he get the same type of graphic Meg did with all of his partners? You want to know why? Because women don't care. Because women don't care. In fact, it attracts women more.
If anything, yeah.
Donald Jackson. I'm sorry.
Because when a guy can get access to other women, that is an attraction trigger for other women in terms of mate selection.
Absolutely.
It's called pre-selection.
Pre-selection.
When I see he's getting the other women are looking at him and thinking he's fine, now I want him.
They vetted him.
And Jeff, not just that, the level of woman, the top echelon of women.
That too.
So that's why you want arm candy. That's why you want the most attractive woman in the room to be there with you, because you know that's all women respect and understand beauty more than anybody else.
Yes.
Because women, if they aren't a benefactor of it, they envy the women that they have to see get what they want for the rest of their life, and they're never going to be able to attain it, right?
Yes.
So this is what these women do, right? And this is why they live vicariously through it, not just from a attractive standpoint, but like I said, the lifestyle. I can go out here, I can have a laundry list of men that are nowhere near, and mind you, like I said, regardless of all of these men are still quote unquote high value men. These are millionaires at least, right? All these men are famous. Baby, your baby daddy got a limp and a hook arm, baby. That's your baby daddy.
Hey, they forgot Blueface and
Yeah, they forgot some dudes, man, and even the unknowns, the boy from the league.
3 or 4 guys that's not on there.
Bro, but this and with what you said, Mr. Fantastic, one way for ladies to understand this is simple. A lot of ladies will look on that screen and would love 6 months to 2 years to just have been in, to be able to have experienced it. For us as guys, most men would only sign up to be the next guy in line to do that, but he won't wife her. It's because y'all keep thinking that men and women see this situation the same way. We don't. There's guys that's not even gonna get in line because they think it's disgusting. And then there's guys that's like, this is just gonna be fun. It's a good time.
man.
I'm gonna have my run. There's gonna be very, very, very few men that's at her level financially, that's in her level of clout and status, that are actually gonna lock her down for long-term commitment, for marriage, especially.
You know what?
We
You know what the
view
irony
things
of all
different.
this?
Yeah, what's
you know
up?
what the irony of all this shit is?
What?
Most of the women who are backing her champion and coming to her defense have the same damn resume.
Yeah, but what's lower tier man? And Jeff, a wise man once said, "If only for one night."
And that wise man didn't even like women.
No,
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dave. Hey, how old were you, Dave, when you found out Luther was singing to them boys?
Oh, I listen. You don't know me, Mr. Fantastic, but I have a PhD in thoughtnomics. I knew when he was putting on the glitter jacket, talking about woke up today, looked at your picture just to get me started. I saw you up and you weren't there, and I was broken hearted. He didn't never said she. Anytime he had a song where he said she, it was a flop, with the exception of "Can I Take You Out Tonight." Every other song he was singing to a man, and you could tell the difference. Respectfully,
That's why he always used,
one of the greatest vocalists of all time.
Oh, yeah.
However, girl.
Yeah, we love Luther, man. How you gonna say, like I said, man, they say, oh, black men are homophobic. Hey, man, we had love for Luther, man.
You know what?
I'm not fearing anybody.
Let me read this off. It says, and this was a common theme, and where she says, celebrating her getting cheated on. This is why women think all men are gay nowadays and hate women. I'm gonna say it again. There are men that's doing that. I'm not one of them, but I am absolutely one of these men that absolutely does not want these men. Darwin has his opinion. I have mine. I don't want the 304s to keep winning. Y'all, they kept saying the 304s is winning. The 304s is winning. Well, now they're not. Now they're not. They're not batting well with the rappers. They're not batting well with the athletes. They're not batting well with high profile. And it says, like, is this not weird to y'all celebrating another man cheating in his relationship like it has anything to do with your life? But y'all are crashing out over the same situation from the other angle. And my argument is this. It's like Mr. Fantastic just said, and and Darwin as well. A lot of y'all don't want to acknowledge this is y'all track record. Except the dudes, it's Tyrone. It's Jeremy. It's Anthony down the block with the missing limb.
With the missing limb?
Yeah, it's
Really?
the baby. That's the broke baby daddy who can't even afford $20 of child support a month. The reason why y'all want these women to win is because it instills false hope and belief that y'all can get it too. So when y'all making posts and statements and monologues like this, it does not gonna have the impact y'all think it's gonna have on us. Women are learning and realizing in real time, fellas, that they're losing leverage in real time right now. That's why they're trying to shame. They're doing documentaries on the manosphere. They're doing everything they can. Posts, monologues, reaction videos. They're saying you got to ask how he feels about Megan before you date him. They're trying to come up with all these tactics. And they act like we not on the same internet when Shira 7 and all these other ratchet beasts is recommending advice about how to steal from men and take advantage of men. Like these ladies don't know the internet is unregulated. We are seeing what they're doing. We're learning the cheat code. We're watching what you're doing. We're watching who you're idolizing. You're getting married less. Men are moving different. Some men are even starting to date out the country or out of the culture. And y'all still think these comments mean anything? Bro,
And
Dave, what you said, man. Actually, I'm gonna bring this up at the tail end. So this concept, and somebody said here, fans react to Klay Thompson, Meg Thee Stallion making jokes about the Stallion don't mean men hate women. They hate 304s. The reason why y'all keep saying this is because y'all see those as interchangeable nowadays. That's actually what this is about. Y'all see women and women like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, y'all see those as one and the same. That's the problem. While every time we critique them, y'all see them as us critiquing black women because y'all see it as one group.
Well, look,
Jeff, it is a unified front, one group, one covering, one title, one box. So that's
one
why
destiny.
And guess what? When you're doing it and acting that way, this is why you think that we're talking about you. No. We're not talking about all women. We're talking about the women that's doing the exact same thing. Only hit dogs are hollering. The women that's not moving like that don't even care about this topic like that.
Look, man, I wouldn't even go extreme to say that men hate 304s. The fact that we hate them. Obviously, we don't love them, but it's not a matter of hate towards them. It's just a matter of
you know what it is, Dar? Let me caveat. We hate them being not you, but a lot of men hate them being pedestalized and being treated with the wrong message. They're being treated in a way that's sending the wrong message. We actually do hate that because then all the women around us think you just got to accept my past because Cardi could do it, because Sierra could do it, because Meg could do it. So then they use those arguments. They use these ladies as examples of how they can shame us in real life. So no, you're right. A lot of men don't actually hate them. What we hate is them getting the privileges that they're not supposed to get.
Yeah, we just hate the entitlement that they still try to hold the entitlement that a woman who don't have that record or resume would have, and it's just misconstrued, messing it money in the water.
You can't afford for those type of women to win. Like you said, Jeff, you said it earlier. Them winning causes a loss for the whole entire community, right? And not just just presently, but for the future that's to come, because it sets a horrible precedent and it's setting an example for these young girls, right? You feel me? So and as men, we understand that. As fathers, we understand that. As brothers, as sons, as whatever. And it's crazy, right? They complain so much about the patriarchy and they claim that black men don't care about black women, black men don't protect black women. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm if when any of the women that are close to me or around me, they feel the safest in the world. You know what I'm saying? They never got anything to worry about. But black women operating outside of how a woman should act, and then telling every black man that he should be willing to be Batman, put his drawers on outside of his pants and risk his life for a complete and total stranger that won't even tell you thank you for holding the door open for them. You see what I'm saying? That now we're back to how we went from the Halle Berrys and Nia Longs to the present day Cardi B's and Megan Thee Stallions.
Man, you hitting it home. And just reading this out loud, Nia Long got cheated on and men didn't celebrate. I remember Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry. Men didn't celebrate. We crucified those men. Making jokes about the Stallion don't mean we, again, hate women. And Darwin, what you said, I actually agree with the caveat. This is who we actually are bothered by. So when we see Cardi B become a baby mama from an N-word we said was flawed, And we see Lotto becoming the third baby mama after rapping exclusively about having exclusive coochie and having a low body count. And this the kicker why I'm so upset about this. Lotto religiously bragged about the low body count, rapping about it, pushing it, talking about how she ain't gonna let no dude trap her, how she gonna spend the $500 on at Planned Parenthood. She's encouraging and telling y'all to kill y'all kids, and she having a rapper's baby. That's what we hate.
Married
That's
rapper.
what I hate. So when I say I have little mercy for this, because guess what? Now we see it in our schools. Now we see it in our communities. Now we see it in our homes. And for those of us who actually have to work in the community, these rappers they don't live in this world anymore. They're separated by something totally different. We're the ones that now have to deal with taking them to getting checkups. Having them coming in because now their kids who don't have their father are now coming to receive services in the community behavioral health setting. This is the consequence. So I want them to look like this. I want the WAP sisters, the city girls. I want them to keep losing until they get the hint that they don't have the leverage that they think with the men that's at their status. You don't. You don't. Let me look at the super chats real quick to make sure I don't get backed up from them. So guys, if you're currently still watching, please make sure you send this to 2, 3, 4, or even 5 people. Make sure that you see everybody that's on the screen that you're following or subscribe to our respective channels and or platforms. And make sure you guys hit that super chat before we close out with our last few points and clips to review. KP, appreciate you for the $4.99. Klay is back from way downtown. Bang! Mama, there goes that man. And Mark Jackson voice. Shooters going to shoot to Hope. Oh man, Eric Alexander, man, appreciate you for the $19.99. Listen, if your roster looks like a character selection screen from a video game, don't expect me to clean out your cartridge and replace bad memories with good ones. Appreciate you, brother, for the $19.99. And man, thank you for the $1.99. Women now are planning a cheat first summer. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There may be some idiots that's actually going to try it. I took it as a joke, but again, it proves a greater point of this is so normalized to where they think it's fine to say this out loud, including when ladies are going to concerts, male concerts, and they're videoing themselves and saying, I forgot I was married. I forgot I had a man at home. Like the guy, imagine men saying this insane stuff. This is what these types of women have helped normalize. This is why when there's time to reach out to and market to our women and to our community, they're reaching out to women and saying, hey, we don't need you for a good speech. Can you twerk? Can you come in and embarrass us a little bit more? That's the bar that the women that y'all idolize, and that's the bar of how they now see y'all. And the worst part is they did it and y'all still supported it. Y'all still support it. Antoine, appreciate you for the $1.99. Memes out calling for Klay. 304s for Klay. Look it up. Whip City, thank you for the $5. Our sisters want a man that has great notoriety like a king, but somehow expects the loyalty of a butcher, the baker, and a candlestick maker. Jesus.
That's a bar.
That's crazy. Jesus. Prince Revolver again. Thank you, brother, for another $10. All of their heroes end up going in the opposite direction. Beyonce was Miss Independent until she got married and had kids. Imagine men taking dating advice from The Weeknd via his music. Absolutely not. MS Delta, thank you for the $5. You are wrong. My uncle is 75 and still slinging. Yeah, man. I went to tell you, when you get them drugs in you, brother, they supercharged, man.
I don't know if I had.
Know what I'm saying, bro. You didn't hear about the retirement homes when the STD rates be going up.
Listen, if I got an uncle out here that's 75 years old slinging, bro, I don't even want to know what you're doing with your stuff. Just keep that.
Average, thank you, brother, again for the $5. Average women view average men as beneath them, but shame men into thinking they don't even deserve below average women. Thank you again, bro, for the $2. Bro, she pulled a yoked list from middle school. Mr. Donnie, thank you for the $5. And so what's the excuse now? Did someone put mercury in the Gatorade, or what are they going to say? Demetrius, thank you for the $10. Man, someone just put out a video saying that he was spending $700K a month on her. She was using him. I'll try to ping the video. Hearsay, I'm not even gonna go into it. Neither of them are probably ever going to confirm that. So it is what it is. Thank you, good brother. Yes, sir. It's another $100. Y'all black men are so brilliant and funny. I appreciate everybody. We love the fact that you all are enjoying this, minus the few people that's crashing out in the chat for sure. Pride of the Lion. Thank you for the $199. Where was this energy for Derek Jackson? Man. I ain't think of this.
I said it. I said it, but
you did.
Here's the thing. Again, Dr. Anderson is on this. Let me explain something to you. Y'all love this. You love this. What did Chris Rock say? Damn near almost 30 years ago. You know, if a man sees a girl, nice girl, whatever, says, hey man, you know, my dude's got a nice girl. I hope I find a girl like that. Women see a guy that has everything together and said, I want him. And that's the thing. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of you are not going to like what I'm about to say, but again, I did not create Thought Life. I diagnosed it. The President of the United States said, or it was leaked in October of 2016, right before the election, a conversation he had with Billy Bush. When you're famous, you can do anything. You can do anything with your famous. You can even grab them in the... As a person that grew up in the culture of Hollywood, I will tell you, I ain't never seen a dry backstage a day in my life. At all. Not for Jamie Foxx 91, not for Guy, not for New Edition, not for BBD, not for the Jacksons, not for G Unit, not for Eminem, not for Bill Cosby, not for Ricky Smiley, not for anybody in any arena where there are people who have a net worth in the 7 figures at minimum. So let's not act like the behavior and the accountability has less to do with us and more to do with what you want to have, which is bragging rights. And then when you're done, and then you realize that the wall is coming and you don't want to face the, how can I put it, fate of some people who are now starring in movies where they're telling their daughters to go after their daddy and unalive them because they seem to love to celebrate the untimely demise of men based upon the choices that they did or did not make when they're living with regret. You get mad when we point this thing out. But again, you know, these consultations are free.
I'm going to say this, man. Ma'am, every woman that's watching this, if you are currently subscribed to Derek Jackson, shut up about Klay Thompson. In fact, shut up about every man that's ever cheated. Because you're actively supporting one right now. If you're still subscribed and supporting Derek Jackson, shut the hell up about this situation. Your opinion is now void. If this is your lifestyle, your opinion is now void. It don't have the same weight it used to have when men didn't know better. We now know y'all really don't care about this. Y'all only actually care if a guy is not pandering to you. Because if he's a panderer, he can get away with anything. They can go on tour. They can run through the women in the audience. They can run through the women on the panels. If they telling you what you want to hear or they paying you, it's cool. That's the game. The only reason why it's a problem is because Meg put it out there and because now they're over. Y'all not even talking about Jay-Z anymore. Y'all not trying to convince. Y'all not talking about that no more. Y'all not saying Beyonce. Y'all don't learn Beyonce can't do better. What Kanye say? There's 1,000 yous, there's only one of me.
Man, you know what's crazy?
Come on, man.
Jeff, you know what's crazy about that image? You pull it up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All of them had.
I keep forgetting how crazy this looks.
Look, all of them had either flip flops, holes in their socks, and they were branded by Nike.
Except the baby. Don't abort the baby. The baby didn't do it.
All of them had Nikes on. A Nike flip flop. I know Nike flip flops when I see them. Mr. Fantastic, he a hooper.
Yo, what size is Tory flip flops, by the way? Why they do that to that man, yo?
3T.
Children's 3.
Yeah, 3T. See, me and Dave see it. 3T.
We got kids. 3T. See?
Yeah, 3T, 3Y, 3Y.
He got the knockoff Bulls black on black game shorts without the logo. Like, you know, he got them from, was it City
Timo?
Trends or Ross? Or
Not Ross Dress for Less catching it straight tonight.
Damn, that's great, bruh. Who did that? Like, they ain't have to do the socks like that, bro.
Yeah, why are these socks dirty?
They're not dirty, them holes.
Why I got the socks with the holes in them, man? This is crazy. Whoever came up with this, man, is
there's a
crazy.
reason why GE's and Partisan got their hand on their hips. Them dudes are tired of waiting.
Oh man, Rip City, man. Appreciate you, bro, for the $5. Our sisters want to be like Ruth, but will probably end up like the women in Isaiah 4:1. If I recall, Isaiah 4:1 is about in the end times, it'll be about 5 or 8 or 10 women to one man, something like that. That's the prediction of the prophecy. Prince Revolver. If somebody can look that up in case we want to read that off, Isaiah 4:1. Prince Revolver, thank you, brother. Oh, man, this brother, man, Prince Revolver, stick around, brother. He said, how many fellas can attest to a woman from jump saying we're just having fun and then get mad when you have someone else or don't take her seriously? They don't want to be cuffed, all thrills and nothing else. OG, appreciate you for the $5. Considering almost every other license expires, should marriage licenses expire subject to renewal? That might be a future topic panel discussion, man. About people, I think Darwin, did you say something along these lines about renewing marriage licenses?
He wanted a tax for simps. He wanted a simp stepdaddy tax.
Yeah, I wanted any man who dated a single mom to automatically have the child support swapped to him. Because what I wanted to do was break the habit of even choosing these joints, especially if they can go back to the original father. It'll deter this blended BS.
Pop Light Brown, thank you, brother, for the $3. The internet is forever, ladies. The threshold agenda, appreciate you for the $2. Keep it going, Kings. RS11, thank you for the $5.
Because Jeff, one thing about that. I'm of the ilk, and I'm gonna use the word ilk. I don't never use that shit. Dave gave me that vocabulary addition.
The ilk. Damn.
No, that was Obsidian. Matter of fact,
that was Obsidian.
The ilk.
I didn't put ilk anywhere in my dissertation. Thank you.
Any woman that I impregnate, and I wish more men think like that. That woman is mine. I think it should be like that. If you had a baby with that woman should be yours. You should be the one taking care of her. No other man should touch her at all, period. I don't give a damn. That's just how I wish there was a rule like that where whenever you procreate with a man, that man, you belong to that man. You're his responsibility, and no man should ever touch you ever. That'll fix a lot of problems.
Perception is reality. Thank you for the $4.99, man. It's bad. I don't even date in the U.S. anymore. I have become numb to the toxic rhetoric towards brothers. I'm back in the Caribbean this summer. Shout out to the Caribbean, man. Alabama Music, thank you for the 99 cent, well, dollar. Robert Platinum, thank you for the $5. Shout out to all the women just bumping that Usher.
Bumping that Usher is a crazy bar.
It's diabolical. Yes, bumping that Usher.
Bumping that Usher. There's
Yeah.
an R&B tour getting ready to happen.
KGZ, thank you. Travels, thank you for the $5. Meg lied to Gail, but wants Klay to be honest. Woo! Mr. Fantastic said it. The amount of things that you said that was contradictory. DeBell's 5,000. Thank you for the $5. It was Clay's turn to meet her family, and he said this out. And then last but not least, Demetrius again. Thank you for the $5. Salute, fantastic. Darwin, Ask Brother Obsidian. Keep preaching. So, fellas, I got just a couple more clips for us to just review. And I mentioned it earlier. This isn't a surprise to people who aren't lying to themselves, right? So I'm going to play this clip and we're going to react to it. And then the secondary part, which is actually, let's do this because we got to acknowledge this issue with the men that's jumping up with the capes in this scenario, acting like we don't see what we see and how problematic these women are, and acting like the behaviors that we're pointing out that are an issue and are a problem. Y'all are acting like every man that's saying like we didn't want her to win in this scenario is strictly because she's a black woman. Like, no. Go ahead.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm starting to side with the women on this one. I think y'all men just hate women for real. Cause it don't make no sense to me. It don't make. What did Megan do? that y'all are on this internet going so fed, so crazy, bro. I'm seeing so many comments talking about I stand with Klay. Klay did the right thing. She don't deserve happiness.
Now, young fella, you are what we call a super simp. Okay? Any man that hops out here and motherfuckers talking about, oh, y'all just hate women for real. No, nigga. If you don't know, most niggas feel like this woman put an innocent man in jail. You know how y'all be talking about black men and black people are the most wrongfully convicted in the... Well, that's how we feel about this motherfucking case with Tory Lanez, bro. All right? And furthermore, her behavior with the Klay Thompson thing as to where whenever she feels some type of way, she runs to social media and makes a statement, right? Thank God this one for Klay isn't anything that can motherfucker put his freedom in jeopardy, all right? Because she feels some type of way. Now, brother, I just checked your profile. You got 201, what's his name? Hey, congrats, bro, on blowing up. But you see who agreeing with you? My nigga? That's why. Niggas don't want and niggas don't like to see him. All right? Megan portrays herself as that. Megan has her ass out here equally, if not more, than her face. Megan got on the motherfucking presidential campaign stage and twerked. All right? It's not about niggas hating women. It's about niggas not wanting to see win, bro. All right? Especially a woman that could have possibly got a motherfucking black man locked up for 10 years, bro, from the city didn't do.
First of all, Mr. Fantastic, what came over you in that moment that you were able to do that type of sermon and hit every single bar that we were supposed to cover before you even knew you was gonna come on the panel tonight?
Hey man, it ain't, you know, they say it ain't on you, it's in you. You know what I'm saying? Jeff, like you said, man, we ran across each other because, man, it's a spiritual thing, bro. Actually being able to be a black man and see this and see the issues and problems within the community and just understand that the 304s and the fucking simp/panders are the worst combination for the community, bro. That shit right there, bro. That's like motherfucking crack and AIDS in the 80s. You feel me? At the same time. So again, man, that's all it was. And of course, shout out to Obsidian. That was coming off the back of the Black Manosphere's MAGA all of a sudden because of this situation. So going through that and seeing all of that nonsense, then now seeing the panderers, oh my God, they're gonna like me. I'm gonna say something. They're gonna enjoy it. Yeah. You know, I hate that, bro. I have to be the Dikembe Mutombo and get all that shit up out of there immediately, bro. I gotta do it, man.
These dudes are so desperate, man. Dave and then Obsidian.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Can you pause this video real quick? Keep it up, but pause it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to be funny because I know some of y'all gonna sit up here and say I'm fat shaming. I'm not. This guy is a mascot. Okay, he looks like, I'm not even trying to be funny. He looks like a panda bear. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Panda bear with the hard ER. Secondly, the women that you are, drooling over are not going to sleep with a dude who has to. Your beard don't connect, sir. It doesn't. And you got eyelashes longer than my 11-year-old daughters. Like, no one is taking you seriously, sir. But this is what we have to put up with. There's only two types of simps, right? This dude is a super simp saying. There's this type, and then there is the there's the Derek Jackson type, where like they make amazing excuses. Ladies, it's okay. Listen, Team Jackson, it's okay if you slap your man. Maybe his face shouldn't get in the way of your palm. Like. This logic is very profitable. They make so much money from telling women to not be accountable for anything. Accountability is like raid the roaches for certain people. And that in and of itself is a thing. Listen, the reason the men's table is not selling out arenas is not because we're not brilliant. It's because we're not going to pander. It's just not something we're going to do. Period, point blank. So I don't really know what to say other than that. But that guy right there, where's the breakdown? You know the bridge from "You're Never Going to Get It" by En Vogue. You know what happens? Whoa. He's never gonna get not a whiff, nothing ever.
Bro.
Okay.
Obsidian, what are you thinking, man? With these simps that are jumping up, what was Conscious Lee's new nickname that they called him? What they called him?
Oh, the concubine Lee. Yeah.
Concubine Lee.
Yeah.
Oh,
so these guys, consciously, he's likening. So first of all, they're talking about slut shaming and so on, and liking it. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the name Sarah Bartman. She was known as the so-called Hottentot Venus. There's a very tragic story out of South Africa about 200 years ago. And people can look this up. So he with a straight face is making the case that black men today are essentially doing to Meg the Stallion what white men did to Sarah Bartman. Of course, this is all under the aegis of misogynoir. He's citing Maura Bailey. I talk about all this in my book, Toxic Femininity, The Black Man's Guide to Modern Black Feminism. So obviously, it's a bunch of bunk. Sarah Bartman, a tragic story, no doubt, but she was not, dragooned into service as a carnival sideshow oddity in France. She accepted an offer of her own free will to leave out of a bad economic situation in her native South Africa and go with a Dutchman in particular, the brother-in-law of her employer, to go overseas. Of course, there was some contractual wranglings and all the rest of it, but the point is she had agency. Megan Thee Stallion also had agency. No one held a gun to her head and make wet gluteus maximus vulvas. Okay, she chose to do that with Cardi B. She chose to make a career out of selling her sexuality. That's her choice. She has a right to do it. Made $40 million doing it. Fine. But she's not a victim. I'm sorry. Sarah Bartman, while tragic, wasn't a victim. He actually backfired on his own argument trying to invoke Sarah Bartman, because what Sarah Bartman and Megan Thee Stallion have in common is that they're two black women who chose the choices in their lives, and they now have to reap the admittedly tragic results of those choices. Listen, man, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. And I was going back and forth with these black progressive brothers. Their thing is, we black men, the black manosphere, those who have a critical view, must somehow offer aid and comfort to a de facto lady of the evening. No, I don't. No, I don't. I offer my aid and comfort, my protection, my covering, my courtesies as a 21st century black American gentleman only to ladies who have earned it. They must prove themselves worthy of being qualifying for me to open the door for them, for me to lay down my jacket, they can walk over a puddle, for me to be generous. I don't just give that out to any feral female out on the street. No. So I say it again. These ladies have every right to live the lives that they choose. But with choices come consequences. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep on saying it. They think that it's one way when it's the other way. It's that simple.
All right, so fellas, we got just some short stuff to react and respond to, and then we're going to kind of close things out. And we mentioned it before, ladies, they're thinking one thing, and this is really the reality.
Thompson cheated on Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my God, who would have ever saw that coming? And I'm being facetious. First things first, she's not responsible for him cheating on her, but it's a few things that we got to go through. She put her business out there, so I'm definitely going to dissect it. When you talk about a person having you around their family and getting cold feet and things like that, you their girlfriend.
they supposed to have you around their family. I would think it's very odd if y'all weren't moving in a direction where he wouldn't have you around their family. That's very natural. Secondly, you dealing with mood swings from a man is the same thing as him dealing with mood swings from us. And don't make you a victim. When you with a person, you with them through the good, the bad, and the ugly. As I recall, throughout the duration of their relationship, even during her trial, she mentioned that she was stressed out, going through things, still seeing a therapist, this, that, and the third. And so I'm pretty sure that those things followed her home. You were supposed to hold him down. You were his girlfriend. Now, you're not responsible for his behavior, but all of those things are things that come along with a relationship. It does not make you a victim. However, in this conversation, I have noticed a few other things, and it's not about Megan and Klay at all. It's about the others, the ones who are tapped in. Some about y'all thinking that y'all favorite bad bitch is supposed to be a bad bitch to a nigga when he's playing her very, very fucking regular. And what I mean by that is y'all do it all the time with every girl y'all like. I don't care if it's from Sierra to Cardi to Clarissa to Remy. I don't care who it is, including Megan. Y'all always seem to love a hierarchy to put these women up above these men that they go and choose and they actively participate with, and they use those men as a weapon to throw in your face about a man you ain't got and telling you how you should be in a relationship. While on the other side of that, they're double-minded is saying that they play niggas all the time. Their double-mindedness is literally feeding you the idea that they strict and stumped down, but really behind closed doors, they cooking. Same thing you say you're not gonna do for a nigga. Even though when you go out and you buy your food, most of the time you have enough to serve 2 or 3 other people. Y'all gotta stop thinking that because you like a bad bitch, they can't be regular. Because the same way you go through ups and downs and woes, they going through the same thing. And the only thing you can do is sit there and say, as a woman, I understand. As a woman, I get it. But I'm not going to keep pitting these women above these men like, oh, she's so much better than him, or she don't deserve, or she didn't, ask for this. These women are willingly choosing men who everybody else likes. Klay Thompson has a history of cheating. Where was she the exception? I think y'all need a reality check. Instead of saying all men cheat and trying to go and maneuver a different type, like that's a compliment, saying, oh my gosh, I changed my type, because that's also an insult. Maybe y'all need to self-reflect and be better people and like better things and be attracted to better things, because the things that you are attracted to, you're literally asking for destruction.
So hear me out here. I was a professional athlete and I was a dog when it came to, not as a player, but when it came to the women. Okay, and I say this not because I'm reminiscing or I need to boast, whatever. Most people that know me know this, but I was in the streets, okay? But I had girlfriends. I had girlfriends in different cities when I was playing in Europe. I tried to date one person at one time, but I never was able to. And I thought I was pretty mature. But I had all these different personas. I thought I was the cool athlete. I thought I was kind of gangster, kind of hard. Sometimes I'd roll around with that type of energy, depending on what team I was on, who my teammates were. I was all over the bloody place. More importantly, however, I had access to famous women, access to models, access to just regular women who were probably the most interesting, the most intriguing. This in towns, in villages, these pretty women, very innocent, very honest. So the whole plethora, the whole range of women, probably just like Klay Thompson does, but obviously he has access to way more. I'm 49 now, so let's be clear. This was when in my 20s and my 30s. I'm married, happily married. My wife's amazing, and I don't cheat on her. Put that on record. If I have cheated on her, come forward and holler at me. Put me on blast. Anyway, listen. All that to say this. I cheat on every woman I've been with. My ex-wife, my ex-girlfriends, my girlfriends in between my wife and my ex-wife, because I didn't have the right woman. I didn't have someone that I thought that I could be faithful to, because
in 2 miles, take exit 10 onto Cactus Road.
I feel like I was living in a space of fantasy, and I didn't give a fuck about anybody else's feelings. I was immature, I was selfish, it was all about me, what I wanted. And then on the other hand, I would find any reason to cheat. So if I'm with a woman and I feel like she's doing something wrong, anything, she might not be doing anything wrong, that was my justification. We do that as men. We find the fodder, we find the energy. I'm not ratting on us, boys. But some of us are very, very immature. I was very immature. And so my maturity happened because I read and I wanted to be better. I wanted to be a good man. I now see it as a value to be a good man, but I haven't always been a good man in that sense. I've always been a protector, provider, but I remember women will say, I want to feel safe, and I had no clue what that meant. Feeling safe means you're not going to screw them over. You can be out in the streets and they know that you're a good dude. and there's nobody to be looking like, oh, I've had him behind her back. That's feeling safe. And I know what that means now with my wife, because she's the sweetest woman ever. She's sweet, she's kind, she's patient, she's careful, she's considerate, she's loving. She would never hurt a bone in my body. I can, with hands
Use
down,
the right lane
swear on
to
everything.
take exit
There's
10
no way she
onto
cheated on
Cactus
me.
Road.
And because I feel like that, I know I can trust her, but I guarantee Klay Thompson didn't feel like that. He couldn't guarantee that she'd never cheat on him.
Fellas, we had back-to-back clips where both parties are making it clear you cannot act surprised when you aim in certain buckets. So I'm going to say real quick, and then I want you guys to just hop in. If I've watched and seen everything that Cardi B has said about her past and how she moved as a stripper, how she extracted resources from men without their consent, how she carried herself on reality TV shows, how she carried herself publicly, the things and insane stuff that she says, how she's moved while she was married, while Offset and her were still together and even not together, and with another man while she's still married. If I then, after all of that, decide to get with her, whose fault is it?
Yours.
There you go. We get women that see the track record and pattern of a certain type of men and actual men. They get these outcomes. And then we're supposed to run around and act like we didn't know whose fault it is. If you're aiming for rappers, if you're aiming for the men that you know most of the women want, if you're aiming for the men that's cheated on the last 5 women that he's been with, and you are always convincing yourself that you're going to be the one to change him, whose fault is it? Because at least he's walking, as sad and as bad as it is that he's doing something wrong, especially if he's potentially being deceptive, he's being who he's always been. So whose actual fault is it that y'all keep getting into these situations where when men tell you the type of energy that you're putting off, the image that you're living, that you're giving off, the type of men that you're gravitating to, and you don't want to hear about any of those points, you want to be able to have the freedom to do what you want to do, but then you want everybody to view you as a victim and never want to acknowledge that you could have done anything different. It's on y'all. Fellas, what y'all think?
I
agree.
I agree with you. I think it's just a gamble, man. Like I got my own little story. You know, when I was an athlete, a little bit in college, but mostly in high school, end of my year, 12th grade year, up into freshman year in college and stuff. And I mean, at that point, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't dawn in on me. I saw a girl come try to talk to me. It was like, well, like, why do you even try with me? Like, I just hit your friend. And I hit a couple of cheerleaders there. You know, I hit them. Like, what do you want from me? You know, we can try, but like, if you think I'm about to, like, what do you expect? Yeah, I don't know what goes through a woman's mind. I think they just have this innate. It's just this thing innate about them that think they can just conquer a man.
Yeah, that's what.
And I just don't know I don't know if it's a curse that they got to overcome, but I just don't know why they do it. Like you see all the signs, and then once it becomes easy, it's not like I got to finesse. It's like I don't even have to finesse. It is what it is. I mean, I know it's gonna come to an end, but I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. You got some guys out there that are like that.
Yeah.
And I think if women are gonna call themselves the most educated or smarter or whatever, or the most degree, Dave's point, with the most degrees, then we can't absolve them from the intellect that they're supposed to have. We're just gonna throw it in your face. Oh, you said you was educated. How is that working out for you whenever it comes to being street smart or being dating market smart? I think women would do better with a dating market degree than the actual academic degree from an institution. Because I think the reason why they're going to school is to kind of offset the nuances in the dating market. But if they just go study and master the dating market, they wouldn't even need an education degree. They'll be able to get the guy they want. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, well, it's not just the education. You know, they claim they got intuition, man. They claim they all seeing, all knowing when it comes to
Emotional
men.
intelligence, way better
You
than
know
us.
what I'm saying? Yeah, more emotional intelligence. They mature faster. All of these different things, but somehow, some way, you keep dealing with all these ancient niggas that you keep claiming. Right? It's crazy how it's always us, but y'all keep seeming to pick the same type of us. Why why is it that you can't see the good guy until you're tired and you no longer like your type? Again, you talked about it earlier, Jeff. Women are mad that men are doing what men do. Men are observing, men are taking notes, men are adapting, men are listening, men are watching, and men are understanding. Well, hey, hold on. Y'all talking all this shit about traditional women and soft life and so on and so forth. You ain't like my mama. You ain't like my granny. Granny went in no motherfucking club 4 nights a week, over 40. Granny
Grandma
went
raising the
twerking.
kid.
Granny went out here twerking on the camera. Granny have her OnlyFans. What you talking about? So men are being like, no, shawty, it sound good. Yeah. But hey, baby, I know what you are. We see this. So if I gotta play along with you in your delusion in order to get what the only thing you have value for, okay, that you know, that wonderful whole that every man wants to know. Well, baby, hey, the game is a game, right? A wise man once said, "The game is a game, man.
Game is the game, indeed."
And and you got to play to win. You know, it's your job in order to protect yourself and understand. But they don't want to do this. Again, these women, like you guys said, this is the most important thing in our land. To Darwin's point, every woman thinks she has that magical hole, bro. She thinks she has the motherfucking entry to fucking Wonderland, to the Wizard of Oz, to the whole nother dimension that's going a whole new world. And she gonna put that on you, and you just gonna change. She gonna take Klay Thompson, shooter of all shooters, all 10s, and he just gonna stop. He gonna lay it down for her, bro. He gonna hang the jersey up. That's all I got, man.
Man, I'm gonna say this: as we're trying to get better with educating men and making men much more aware of how women are moving, they want the Klay Thompson and Russell Wilson's at the end of this journey. That's kind of that they want that bailout king at the end, right? I want to get guys to a spot where we actually focus on pre-nut clarity, not post-nut clarity. Imagine what these types of conversations when men start learning and realizing this is the move. So when she wasn't giving me the type of time when I wanted her when we were both younger, and now that she couldn't lock in any of the guys that's in the line ahead of me, now she wants, but she expects the flowers from me. She expects me to take her down the aisle. You know what? Now she's going to be abstinent. I want men to now do pre-nut clarity. Pre-nut clarity, gentlemen. It's time to wise up. Stop being the super simps. It's not leading to the outcomes because all you're doing is ending up with women that don't respect you and are just going to try to use you. So, you know, a couple of people have said it in the chat real quick, and then we're gonna close out on our final lessons or thoughts in terms of how it is that what we all can kind of learn from this. People have repeatedly been saying things about, like, you know, what Tory could have done and he should have said something. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. His previous lawyer, who was a female, I believe she was a black woman, told him not to bring up another female that potentially would have been involved in actually related to the actual shooting. He was told by his legal representation. And then when you look into the behind the weeds of who was connected and who was affiliated and who had connections to that law firm, that brother is in jail because he trusted 3 black women. And one of them was his legal representation.
Wow.
So the
That
days
quit,
of like,
Jeff, that quit without giving him ample time to get new counsel.
Yeah. So for all y'all that don't know that, he trusted multiple black women to do the right thing. And that's why he's in this position that he's in now.
Wow.
All right. So, what Dave said earlier, I'm gonna put this up. Somebody said, I am Bay Lewis. Most dating problems would disappear if people were honest up front. If you're not looking for commitment, just say it. I want consistency, fun, trips, dinners, gifts, but I'm not in a place to commit. That clarity lets women choose instead of guessing. Saying you want something serious and then moving the opposite way creates confusion and resentment. No one should have to play detective to figure out your intentions. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to let each of you guys, give your reactions and responses to this. I would push this as well, but there's a couple issues that we got to acknowledge. A lot of women hear the truth and lie to themselves. How many men have said, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I don't want no kids. I'm not planning on marriage. And they give him 10 years and now he's the bad guy. So let's start with, how about going off of, if he's telling you something that you don't want to hear and you don't think is aligned with what you want, act on that. A lot of y'all get with men, can't change them, can't convince them to be different than what they told you what type of time they was on. And then you run to social media and your girlfriends and act like he's the bad guy. No, you lie to yourself. Number two, when it says saying you want something serious, then moving the opposite way creates confusion and resentment. I'll agree. However, caveat, sometimes men will change their perspective of you once they learn and see the real you and not your representative. A lot of y'all put on y'all representative long enough until you get the ring, till you have a child, till y'all have had sex, till you've done and gotten access to certain things. And then when he sees the real you, he realizes he does feel differently now. Of course it's going to be confusing. Of course you're going to be resentful because the version of you that he now sees is not one that he can do life with long term. So yeah, we need to push men and women to be more honest up front, but you actually have to honor it when people put it out there, stand on it, and don't be shocked and surprised when you move in a way that's not. I'm going to tell y'all this. Every woman that posted something about Megan Thee Stallion over the last 48 hours, the last 3-4 days in the pro, every woman that said congratulations, Cardi being pregnant while she's still married, every woman that was posting and saying shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith, encouraging Ayesha Curry, men are shifting because of what you're doing, your behavior. So if you're confused now, it's the red pill. No, it's your behavior. He's just aware of it now. Darwin, Dave, Mumia, and then Mr. Fantastic to close us out.
Fellas, if you see any woman out here talking about being upfront and honest, saying state what you want to do up front before it get, ask them about the damn divorce rate. Until you see the divorce rate go down significantly, this conversation don't even need to be had. Because if the woman can say from better or worse, sickness and health, death do us part, and marry you, and that's not a sure thing that you're going to stay married, then you reserve the right to, whenever you decide that, look, you know what, I don't think this is going to work, I'm going to peel out, or I'm not going to be monogamous, or you reserve the right to continue to do that until you see different, because we are giving these women state endorsed contracts, and that's not even a sure thing. With a man of God standing in between us, giving us obligation under the spirit, it's still not a fucking sure thing. So how dare you ask us to be transparent up front and negate our autonomy to reserve the right to be able to make a sound decision later when we don't see that it's going to be fitting for us, when y'all are doing it at a fucking astronomical rate with the fucking marriages. Y'all are literally broke the system whenever they allow no fault. Overnight. I think there was a story on fucking what network was, I don't know what network it was, but these women were rushing to the fucking courtrooms in droves whenever the decision made, just to file the fucking divorce. And all of the women stood in front of a clergyman or a man of God and said, till death do us part, sickness and health, and all these other things. You reserve the right to be able to exit, change your mind, do whatever. Then y'all are claiming postpartum issues and stuff. You got to find a new wife, her mind, her body. No. Don't tell us to be upfront if y'all can't be upfront. Y'all don't want to stay loyal and obligated to the terms, then we ain't. You can't expect us to. because I'm telling you, we got to protect ourselves. The only protection we got is being able to set the terms of the relationship. Once we get in a relationship with you, it's over. Once we sign a contract, it's really under your terms. That's just how we're dealt with as men. So yes, man, if you feel like, hey, look, I don't think this is it. Fuck what you said before. Just tell her, hey, just commit. Hey, look, what I thought going in, you know what? I had some expectation about us, about you, and it just didn't work out. Maybe this ain't. Never feel bad about that. That is your safety net. That's the only thing you got. Because if you have any fucking second thoughts, bro, get the hell out, or either put a pause on it. And that's real.
What about you, Dave?
The thing about these things is it's a catch-22 on several levels. The first thing is, how can I put this nicely? I can't. It's amazing how they have these long laundry lists of things that they feel entitled to when a guy says, hi, my name is, are you a provider? How much money do you have? This, that, and the third. If we were sitting up here and this was Bizarro World and a woman came up to us and we're like, hey, can you cook and clean? Do you understand the importance of children? How, what's your body count like? We'd be all types of misogynists, this, that, and the third. Divorce parties are going up. Now the divorce rate is going down because the options out here are real bad. And I will tell anybody, nobody on this dais is perfect. Everybody has made mistakes. Now that we've gotten that stupid mess out of the way, let's talk about the fact that you want to make sure, and if this doesn't apply, let it fly. You want to make sure that when you look at your stories, that people can see you in Dubai, thotting it up, even though we already know that you were a porta potty, a flown in porta potty. We also know that there is a reason why there has never been 20 seasons of Basketball Husbands. But again, there is 2 sections in the league when it comes to where women sit. One section is for the wives, the other one is for the thought pockets, aka the side pieces. At some point, you got to stop acting so damn delusional and realize that what we're trying to tell you is there are 4.3 billion holes on the planet. If that is your only bargaining chip, you are sadly mistaken. And lastly, ladies, I need you to understand something. We can like something all day. For the other than Darwin, because he's such a good man. We've all been to the strip club. We've all seen something that we liked. I never said, "Oh, you know what I want."
Bro, I've been to the strip club.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Before the Reformation, Darwin. I forgot about the Reformation. But we've never said to ourselves, "Damn, I like Twerkles the Wonder Thought. I want to bring her to meet my mama." Those are 2 different things. The difference is y'all lump everything and everybody together. And when we point that out to you, well, you like this, and you like what I like versus what I want to have for the rest of my life are 2 different things. The difference is, as long as we are able to move up, our value goes up as we move. RIP Kevin Samuels, and your value goes down in the sexual marketplace. So y'all are the quickest ones to say, well, that's just how it is. Well, guess what? How it is isn't always how it is, because Beyonce was telling y'all to the left, which was written by a man, while she was rubbing her husband's back on a yacht that had a helicopter pad on it. Cardi B was doing all this, I don't cook, I don't clean, but got that ring and was cooking. Megan Thee Stallion told you that all you needed was WAP, but there's 4.29 billion other WAPs. And some of them you could throw a hot dog down the hallway. So forgive us for being discerning at this point. And if that makes us, because when we point these things out to you that come with accountability, then all of a sudden we're sassy. All of a sudden, we don't get it. All of a sudden we're trying to hold you down. And it's the patriarchy. I'm sorry, historically speaking, has the Black community had a patriarchy over the last 65 years? I don't think so. But again, you guys continue to do this and cheer on your sister who you didn't give a goo-gaw fart about with Moneybagg Yo, Tory Lanez. Again, no. And again, I'm not sitting here saying I'm perfect, but what I am saying is I'm not going to elevate somebody to Mother Teresa sainthood status who was just talking about, and when the beat drops, you know what it is, body, yada, yada, yada. No, we're good. Thanks. Full stop.
Obsidian, and then Mr. Fantastic to kind of close this out. But I was going to say this real quick. Everybody who's so bothered by us even talking about how women in this community and American women specifically are moving, I got a question for y'all. Do you want your daughter or women or sister or mother to be at the end of this line? let's just, because when you say it doesn't matter, it's not an issue. There's nothing wrong with it. If you had the option to protect your daughter, mother, or sister from being at the end of a line like this, and this is a short list compared to what it actually is it wrong to not want them to go through this? Perhaps, as a suggestion, we're not crazy for not wanting women that look like us to end up at the end of these type of lines. Go ahead, Mamiya.
There's a very famous saying, and I want brothers to really commit this to memory. Hypocrisy is the tribute that vice plays to virtue. And what does that mean? I want a lady in the street and a freak in the sheets. Okay? Some people, to be fair, some brothers will see that as hypocritical. Mumia, you're a hypocrite because you want the freak stuff that the Megan Thee Stallions of the world represents in public. You just want it behind closed doors. Yes, I do.
Not at this age, is it, Ali?
Yes, I do not want my lady to be presenting all of her things out there for public consumption. I want it at home only, for my eyes only. And I will proudly wear the hypocrite hat over what the alternative is that we've been discussing all night. So hypocrisy is the tribute that vice pays to virtue. A sister that conducts herself as a lady in the streets gets my respect. If she's able to channel that into the privacy of her and her man's home, that gets my respect. On the other hand, if a sister chooses, and it is her choice, if she chooses to be out in the street, that's fine. But I remove my hand of protection on her. All bets are off. We're talking about the grand bargain of any civilized society. And the ladies don't understand something. Now, and I want people to really think about this. When you remove the social contract, when you remove the code by which men, because let's be clear, codes are for men. When you want to smash the patriarchy, you want to get rid of respectability politics, what you're really doing is you're removing the guardrails from men. Let me tell you something. They call it the Wild Wild West for a reason. Okay? When you don't have any code, when you don't have any rule of law, when you don't have any social contract, you are unleashing something on the male side that there's a reason why these sisters, the Megan Thee Stallions of the world and all the rest of it, boo-hooing when brothers start, putting that work on them. Okay? So what I say is this, ladies, be careful what you wish for. We've been very gentle with y'all tonight, but there are brothers out there that don't operate the way we do. We have a code. They don't. Just keep that in mind. You wanted the jungle, Megan, and the jungle bit back. Okay? For 10 years, you wanted the law of the jungle. You and your sisters. And you gotten it. Now it's biting back. Now all of a sudden you want the brothers that's buttoned down to come swooping in with their blazers. Oh, no. Mm-mm. We're not doing that. You choose the law of the jungle. You wanted the bear. Okay. All right. I don't know you. Yeah, my dad used to tell me when I was a kid growing up, I want, as every young man did, you want to go where the wild stuff was and all the rest of it. You want to hang out in parties. My dad, he gave me I know everybody's seen it, Mission Impossible. He gave me the Mission Impossible speech. If you go over there, Southwest Philly, South Philly, West Philly, if you go over there and you get into some shit, you get caught or captured, I will disavow all knowledge of your existence. Okay? If the police or whoever calls Bob, Mr. Robert, and says that your son Mumia is in it, who? I don't have a son. What are you talking about? I don't know. Who's that? I don't know. Never heard of him. That, brother, that made me sit up and take notes. I'm like, okay, do I really know these brothers I'm about to go out to West Philly with? If some shit go down, can I really rely on them when shit gets real? Oh yeah, that made me rethink everything. I had to rethink my whole calculus. I was like, well, maybe I need to stay home. Maybe I need to stick around in the Germantown area where it's safe. And don't be venturing out there on the other side of Philadelphia where God knows what can go down, because I can't rely on my dad, because he told me, I don't know you. You go over there, you on your own. And I say the same thing to these sisters here. If you want to open that Pandora's box, you talk about you going to go and get with the bear. You talking about you want to smash the patriarchy. You saying that you strong, independent, don't need no man. Cool. I don't know you. From this point on, you on your own, sister. You got it. You on your own. I ain't got nothing for you.
I got a question for y'all real quick. And then Mr. Fantastic, please close us out. Do y'all think the patriarchy would have stopped a lot of this? What we see on the screen?
Absolutely.
The patriarchy would have prevented this?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Because feminism is what created this. The patriarchies would have stopped this.
Correct. They don't want that.
This is what y'all want. So keep that in mind when we're trying to prevent our daughters from ending up like this. Because see, y'all don't care. Y'all already cooked. A lot of y'all already know what your future options are. We're now talking to the women that's 28 and under that still have a fighting chance. If you 30 plus still arguing about this with men, you're cooked. Finito. It's over. Black girl magic is now hot girl tragic. It's over. It's a wrap. We don't care. We're not even factoring in what y'all think. We're now focusing on the women that and young girls are still potentially redeemable and still reachable. Feminism creates this, the patriarchy, and even just allowing men to have a little bit more say in your life can actually stop a lot of this. Mr. Fantastic, close us out.
Hey man, it was great to be here with you fellas. Wonderful conversation. At the end of the day, this is just a micro of the macro of, unfortunately, the ideology of the current state of Black women. This is the hero or champion and they chose, right? And when they see their hero fall, bro, they all got to fall on the shield to protect it, right? It's crazy to see so many different dynamics as to, again, Klay hasn't been proven of doing anything, and as Klay has always done. Klay didn't even comment on this. He's going on about his life. You know what I'm saying? This man, getting prepared, in Cancun, as they say. They didn't even make the postseason. So he enjoying his vacation for the summer and going on about his life. This is extremely problematic because of the history of Megan Thee Stallion, not only from her choice of men and her sexual promiscuity that's been proven, not only of her own infidelity, but most importantly, her being chose as the champion and women completely, totally absolving her of any of the wrongdoing she's done. Most importantly, that being possibly putting a innocent Black man in prison, over her ego and her, her feelings. And like I say, this is extremely, extremely telling when she did the exact same thing, but at a lesser degree to Klay Thompson. She felt disrespected, or she felt embarrassed, or she felt some type of way. And she felt the need to come to social media and give her version of what happened. And now, you know what I'm saying, the man is automatically found guilty and at fault because the women always agree with the women. Shout out to Cam and May.
Yeah, man. So listen, fellas, I absolutely appreciate everybody for this panel. Thank you to everybody that's been watching and supporting all the way through this stream.
That's a horrible glitch right there.
Yeah, he froze. I thought I was tripping.
Yeah. It's
Let's go ahead and start the roast session. I'll go first.
Yes.
Jeff looked like he is about to give a sermon as the assistant deacon to the assistant deacon.
No, Jeff looked like he is playing the Lifetime version of Bill Cosby in Pill Me Daddy, the movie. I would like to point out to you that you do not understand that the stallion is a man and she should be made.
No. Jeff looked like he's rehearsing that song. Can we talk for a minute?
Wow.
Cause I want to know your name.
Oh my God.
Well, listen, let me explain something to y'all. First of all, we want to thank our guest, Mr. Fantastic, for being here on behalf of Jeff St. James, Mumia Obsidian Ali, who has the Black Manosphere Conference Conclave coming up in September in Vegas. Darwin is out here making things better for absolutely everybody. Mr. Fantastic, can you do us a favor before we get out of here and let everybody know how they can reach out to you, what you got going on, all that good stuff, bro?
Hey, man, Mr. Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms, man. Support Black businesses. As you see, big ass black guy, BABG, that's me, the original. You know what I'm saying? I am the brand. I am exactly what I represent. It's not just physical, man. It's mental, it's financial, it's everything, man. Strong black men out here, man. Protect black men, support black men. Hey, man, black men going forward.
Bro,
I'm so happy.
I thought they got to me, brother. I thought it was over.
Bro, you was frozen so bad. You look like one of them people in JJ's paintings in Good Times. You like.
So real quick, man. Everybody again that's currently still watching this, please support these men that you see on the screen. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure that you share this particular video. Share it with 2, 3, 4, even 5 people. Definitely send it to the fellas. Send it to the ladies at your own risk. But we think that this was just very interesting commentary, and we're excited for what's to come, especially this summer as it relates to the men's table. So if you're, again, not a subscriber, please subscribe. Make sure that you like. Thank you, everybody, and have let me go just to make sure I do not F this up.
You thought you got canceled, didn't you?
Super chats, yeah.
Jeff was like, damn.
Ninja, bro. The WAP was $5 or no WAP. Lost the light skin, good hair. Perception is reality. Meg is gorgeous. I get she is influential, successful, but why are sisters treating her like she is the modern day? Yeah, we saw that one. Yep. Let me just make sure I skim all the way to the bottom to make sure I didn't miss anybody. J Big K, thank you for the $9.99. Good conversation, Jeff. Say it ain't so. Hey, THB in the building. Let me show some respect and support the brothers up here. Appreciate you fellas, man. The L factor, you tell women you don't want to commit and they still want to sleep with you. Yeah. And they get mad when you behave in alignment with what you already said. Absolutely. Essential, Alan, I don't know. Essential
Entities 1272.
Yes, thank you for the $10. Peace and blessings to the family. Salute to the truth 100%. Thank you. Demetrius, thank you again for the $5. She got an innocent man locked up. That's what she did. No Cupcake Zone. Thank you for the $1.99. Is Klay Thompson still a starter? I don't know that he is, but I mean, he's kind of at the tail end of his career, so it's functionally irrelevant. And we have officially covered everyone. So thank you to everybody that watched, that shared, that commented, and especially to everybody that's been super chatting. Guys, we want to continue to do this and have more and more guests. We may even have bigger and bigger panels in the future. We're definitely going to have Mr. Fantastic back for sure. So guys, thank you, everybody. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. And guys, please support these, especially these episodes. The Ladies Table for me, Dave's Damn Show, Darwin, Obsidian, Fantastic. If you see us, share it. If you see it, like it, and let's turn this thing into something major. So guys, everybody that's watching, have a good evening or day once you watch it. Just make sure that y'all share it, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.